Hey. Sorry it took so long there. I was munching on a chocolate bar. Hey, what's up? I just got so munchy all of a sudden. You know how it is. How we doing? Happy Sunday. Hey, what's going on? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. It's been good. I got a pretty good amount of sleep because I got a pretty good amount of sleep because me and Daisy got totally sloshed off of soju last night. Like, we just bought soju and we got sloshed off it. So I just like, yeah, I kind of just crashed. So I slept pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. Classes tomorrow. Oh, it sucks. Yeah, I don't miss classes. I don't miss it. Hope that all goes well for you, though. Sometimes I don't really get a lot of sleep. I try to keep up with it, but you know, sometimes it just doesn't work, especially when I have to be up early. Like, I had to be up really early, like maybe about a week ago. I genuinely laid in bed from like 11 p.m. to like 5:30 a.m. No screens, no distractions, no anything. And I still was not able to get any sleep at all. It was crazy. I don't know how people do it. I guess if I was doing it every day, I would get used to it. But I'm not doing it every day. Most of the time, I'm sleeping until noon. Nah. The soju crack. Yeah, oh my gosh. That the memes about it, the memes that are like, wow, this tastes like juice. And then by the end you're like, I could destroy this world and create it in my own image. It's true. That stuff goes crazy. It's like like one bottle of those things is the equivalent of like probably like 6 drinks or something. It's crazy, but it's very good. I'm glad I'm finally able to find it locally. For a while, it was really hard to find, but it's starting to roll out even more now, so that's good. Just gotta make sure to stay hydrated and stuff. Anyway, we can do some lawyers today. How about that? Does that sound good? 3 cans of Mountain Dew. Oh my gosh, you're getting turned up out here. We got a party animal out here. 3 cans of Mountain Dew. I do like a Mountain Dew every now and then. I'm kind of more of a Diet Coke drinker though. I don't have any right now, so I'm just drinking water. But I do love a crisp DC. Oh yeah, I'm sure you can. Don't they have like spiked Mountain Dew these days? Yeah, they definitely do. I got it when I was in the States. That was crazy. It was Baja Blast, alcoholic Baja Blast. Remember? Do you remember that, Daisy? One bottle is 4.5 to 5 standard drinks. Yeah, because it's like 13-ish% alcohol. The average beer is only like 5, right? So it's probably more than 2 drinks per serving or whatever. Yeah, it's in the big tall boy cans and and they sell it in the Walmart. They just sell it on the shelves with the other stuff. It's crazy. I love it. America is great for that stuff. That's what America is all about. Getting all kinds of slop, and it's cheap and it's delicious. And it's really bad for you, but it's also delicious, so it's fine. That's what America is about to me. Getting a big Crunchwrap meal at Taco Bell for like $6. Those are the principles that America was founded upon, you know? Going to Sonic. Going to Waffle House, you know? The summer gets near, y'all better slip with some water hydration. Yeah, it's getting warmer. Today it's been pretty cloudy though, I think. It was cloud. Some of you might remember there was northern light or aurora borealis or whatever. But I couldn't see anything. I didn't even know about it, and then I looked. It was just like clouds as far as you can see. I was like, all right, that's about what I expected. If I can't get a dinner the size of my head and a drink to match, what's the point? Exactly. Everything is bigger is the thing. That's the thing. Like they you always think it's like a meme, but then you go there and it's true. Whoops. Anyway, we are on the third part of the Rite of Turnabout. I think we should be able to finish today. Hopefully. This case kind of goes on pretty long. I want to make sure. Okay, so load game. Yes, investigation. Yes, so we finished the trial, and maybe I can give a short little recap of what happened at that trial. Oh right, there was that guy who turned out who lost his memories, but then turned out to be a prison escapee. And turns out that guy is like a very wanted criminal. Anonymous was his name, or that's what the guy called him anyway. And like there was some discussions about like the position, like the ceremony that was happening, the positions of people was in dispute, and yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. We haven't gotten Maya off yet, but I think we're gonna do it. I think we're gonna be able to do it. She's got plot armor, right? So she's got to be able to do it. My friend Dats. I still can't believe it's just that's a rebel. That's a rebel. That's a rebel. Dats is a fun guy. He's fun. Anyway, here we are. Back outside the temple. May 11th. That was yesterday. Oh my gosh, we're playing this all in real time. That's crazy. What do I do now? I can't believe Maya and I were actually found guilty. Oh, right. Yes, we were found guilty. That happened. That's horrible. I mean, honestly, it could go both ways. No, he's not. He's my friend. This trial need not be drawn out any longer. The defense has failed to counter the charge filed by the prosecution. In accordance with the law, I invoke the Defense Culpability Act against the defense. Now then, this court finds the accused, Maya Fey, and the defense, Phoenix Rite. Milky. Milky. Ah! Man. It's so over. It has never been more over than it is now. Mr. Wright! Albie. I saw the whole trial. What's going to happen to Miss Maya now? Hey, Gravy, it's so over. We won't be Barack for a little bit. Hopefully. I'm worried about that too, but right now. I have one more thing to report, Prosecutor Sadvadi. Yes? This dagger. It bears the fingerprints of Maya Fey on it. Yeah, that was the smoking gun, or so it seems. Right now, I need to focus on the next trial. The murder of Acolyte Zealot, right? At least the jury is still out on that one, so to speak. The two murders are most likely connected. If I can get to the bottom of Acolyte Zealot's murder, it might give me the ammunition I need to overturn Maya's guilty verdict. Let me help you investigate. I want to assist you any way I can. I appreciate it, Albie, but we're talking about a murder. Yeah, but it's going to be hard for a foreigner to investigate this on his own. You have a point there. I wish I knew what to do. Oh my gosh, she has a sad wet cat sprite. I almost feel bad for her now. Isn't that your benevolence? Princess Rafa? Huh? Oh, it is you again. The dead lawyer walking, guilty of abetting a murderer under the Defense Culpability Act. Okay, you can keep fronting all you want. I saw you looking like a sad wet cat just a second ago. I see she hasn't lost any of her charm. Why the long face? I thought you'd be glad I was found guilty under the DC Act. I am in no mood to take joy in your suffering. For I was unable to defeat you, and had to leave the job to others. I failed in my sacred duty as the royal priestess. Guess that answers my question. Have I misunderstood? The voice of the Mitama? Yet again? This cannot be! I love the face, right? She's so dramatic. All I did was defend my client. I can't bear to see her looking so sad like this, though. Your benevolence. Your benevolence? Huh? Oh, barbed head. I thought you had already begun your journey to the Twilight Realm. I'm not dead yet. I still have an investigation to do for tomorrow's trial. What's this? Do you mean to say you have not given up yet? That's right. I'm going to prove my innocent tomorrow. But why? Why do you refuse to give up? I cannot fathom such obstinacy. Investigate all you want. I care not. You really don't mind? But aren't you worried that a lawyer backed into a corner by the DC Act might do something desperate, like forge evidence? What's this? If left unsupervised, I'd be free to do whatever I wanted, you know? Ugh. Okay, now to see if she takes the bait. Yes, I see your point. Barbed head. Yes? I know what happened yesterday. You perpetrated some sort of fraud or other misdeed while I was not watching. Huh? When were you not watching, though? That explains why I misunderstood the voice of the High Priest's soul. Yes, of course, that is the only explanation. I think you got it. I was just trying to cheer her up. Now she thinks even less of me. I must not allow you to sully our sacred hall of justice with your misdeeds ever again. Therefore, today, I will be monitoring your every move once more. Yeah, I figured that's where we were going with this. I will not fail to spot your misdeeds this time. The moment I see anything out of the ordinary, I will send you straight to prison. Literally, she's like, I want to be taken seriously so bad, but unfortunately, she's just a kid, you know? She's got so much responsibility, but she really is just a kid when it comes down to it. And you, boy, do not throw your lot in with this foreign devil. But your benevolence? It's okay, Albie. You don't need to worry about me. I'll be back before you know it. But first, I should probably lighten my load a bit. Albie, would you mind holding on to some evidence for me? Yeah. Hello, child. Please take my evidence of a murder for me. Okay, that's just to get rid of stuff, yeah. May the Holy Mother's blessing be upon you. Now then, the scene of the crime is the logical place to start. If I recall correctly, the body was found at the Plaza of Devotion. I hired this Rafa to stare at you. Plaza of Devotion, let's go there. Ooh, it's looking pretty desolate out here. Looks like the police already finished their investigation. To think someone would be killed here, a place devoted to prayer. A body outlined and flowers. Did someone leave them here in memory of the deceased? And there's something different about the prayer flags today. As the high priest's disciple, Acolyte Zealot was utterly devoted to his training. First the high priest, and now his devoted disciple. Maya Fey will pay for this. As I keep trying to tell you, Maya has nothing to do with any of this. And you can prove this how? What do you think I'm doing here? Gathering dirt and dust for the trial? You and your smart mouth. This is precisely why you and your loyalty ilk are so reviled. Prosecutors are lawyers too. Are we gonna have to keep... Prosecutors are lawyers too. Are we gonna keep doing this? Are we just gonna keep referring to... referring to... I don't get it. Why do they keep doing that? Hey, Mr. Rite. Oh, hey! Emma! It's that detective from your country again. It's the princess. Yeah, even she, finally she thinks it's kind of odd that the princess is just hanging out with a normie like this. You seem displeased that I am here. Oh, no, don't be silly. Mr. Rite, I'm so sorry about what happened to Maya. It's not your fault, Emma. You were just doing your job. If I had just done mine. Mr. Rite, but it's no use crying over spilled milk. Would you mind telling me what you know about the murder? It's do or die in court tomorrow, and I mean that literally. Gladly, I'll help in any way I can. Remember, I have my eyes on the both of you, so see to it that you commit no misdeeds. Of course not. You're talking to a professional here. She's so offended. The incident. This is like going to check in with a coworker and I don't know, they're just talking to like Justin Trudeau. I love the implication that Justin Trudeau is royalty. It would be like if you're checking with a coworker and he's just hanging with like Prince William or something. Is that his name? I don't know. I don't know about royal people. Let's see. How about starting with an overview of what happened? Sure. The victim is Perez a lot. He was the high priest's disciple. Royal pain into something. Yeah, true. For real. He was his body was discovered around noon today, right after the rite wrapped up. So, during the high priest's murder trial. That's right. Apparently, he had been here praying since the day before the rite even started. Talk about serious devotion. Yeah, I barely lasted a few minutes. This is a picture of Mr. Zealot's body. Dang, he died in the prayer pose. That dagger in his upper back looks like it would have been particularly painful. Yeah, he's dead, but he's okay. He died, but he's fine. Is that a tattoo on the back of his neck? It's peach-shaped? Everyone started leaving when the praying was finally done, but the victim remained bent over in prayer, and when they went over to check in on him, they discovered he was dead, right? We are looking at that tattoo from the upside down, so maybe it's not actually a peach. Yes, the estimated time of death is May 9th, sometime between the start of the rite and the discovery of the high priest's body. In other words, we believe the crime took place during the purification rite, and the murder weapon was the same ceremonial dagger that killed the high priest. The prosecution believes Maya came down the stairs after killing the high priest, and then stabbed Mr. Zealot with the same dagger. Circumstantial evidence does point to Maya, but what about the cause of death? He apparently died instantly from the dagger that was left thrust into his upper back. Here's the autopsy report. Cause of death was a spinal cord injury from being stabbed. Estimated time of death, you say? How can you know such a thing? I want to know. Well, barbed head, out with it. Oh, she's taking an interest all of a sudden. Maybe she'll become a detective one day. Oh, so the Princess of the Spirit Medium Kingdom is interested in forensic science. I have no interest in science, forensic or otherwise. Nevertheless, I will someday be queen. As such, it would be wise to know what silly things the common folk believe in. Okay, I don't know about that. There's nothing silly about it. I'll have you know, even Prosecutor Sadmati holds forensics in high regard. Does he? Perhaps I should not underestimate the power of science. All right, let's get it. Let's get you in. Let's get you inside to watch some Bill Nye the Science Guy. Still, I suppose it is nothing much compared to the divination seance. She really doesn't have an adorable bone in her body. Emma, I think she's actually interested. Yeah, this is her way of saying, oh my god, that's so cool, please tell me more. Would you mind explaining it to her? I guess I have to now. Okay, there are many ways to estimate the time of death, but the most well-known method uses the change in body temperature. Interesting. Body temperature drops at a steady rate from the moment a person dies. That means we can tell how long someone's been dead by measuring their temperature. I see. That was quite enlightening. Barbed head, present your forehead now. What? Why? You feel just a little over 95 degrees. How did she know that? It seems you are not dead yet. Of course I'm not. Yeah, let her info down. It was but a jest. After all, you're still the dead lawyer walking. I fail to see the humor in any of this. Were there any witnesses? With so many people here at the plaza, you'd think someone would have seen something. You'd think so, wouldn't you? But we haven't found a single witness. How's that even possible? Because everyone was bent over, utterly devoted to prayer, naturally. Ah, right, the back-shattering pose that nearly killed me. Still, you'd think someone would have noticed something. I thought so too, but with the monk's scarf he had on, no one could see the dagger in his upper back. Plus, everyone was so absorbed in prayer, they didn't see or hear anything. I can't believe this. What you choose to believe is your choice, but the fact remains that there were no witnesses. However, there is one piece of irrefutable evidence. The dagger. Sadly, yes. But a weapon. Could you tell me about the murder weapon? The killer used the Warbad dagger, the legendary weapon of Lady Kira. It was discovered impaled in the victim's upper back. The accused's fingerprints were found on the dagger, were they not? Yes, they were. Warbad dagger. With such irrefutable evidence, there is no questioning the accused's guilt. Not so fast. What about a motive? Maya had no reason to kill Acolyte Zealot. What do the police think about this matter? Police. Maya had no reason to kill Acolyte Zealot. So you say, but let us now hear what the police think about the matter. I don't trust forensics. That's a bunch of fake nonsense. But I love cops. I just love cops. I trust cops implicitly. Yeah, okay. The police believe Maya is the Lady Kira figure who has been battling the rebels. And since Mr. Zealot was the disciple of a high priest who turned out to be a rebel, he too was likely a rebel, and therefore met the same untimely demise as his teacher. Yes, that is how the police currently view the crime. There's no way that Maya is Lady Kira. Is that Lady Kira vigilante? I agree on a personal level, but the police are just going with what today's trial concluded. I really blew it in court today. Damn. All right. Is there anything to present here, I wonder? Do. Okay, we're gonna examine some stuff, actually. Let's take a look. Acolyte Zealot died bent over in prayer. There's no trace of blood on the ground, though. The fact that there's so little bleeding could mean it was a single stab to a vital point. Not that that would have been very difficult, considering the position he was in. Flowers. So these flowers were left here in memory of Acolyte Zealot. What are they called? They are known as Namanda, and they are given to express sorrow when a life is lost. Seems offering flowers in memory of the dead is a universal practice. Wow. Here? To think I would witness a lawyer being allowed to pass through this sacred gate. Yeah, well, I wouldn't unless I had to. Those stairs were brutal to climb. What's this? Do you even know how many monks would give their lives to pass through that gate? Be thankful for the great honor you have been afforded. Yes, your benevolence. You gotta just let her have that one. Albie said these are called prayer flags, and the prayers written on them are carried throughout the kingdom by the wind. Now, if I were to pray for something, it would be for me to not get dragged into any more trouble than I already have been. Yeah, that's real, man. Acolyte Zealot was killed in a prayer pose. With his head bent over like that, the last thing he saw must have been this rug. It is a prayer rug woven by devout monks. May the Holy Mother's blessing be upon his departed soul. It's strange that there are no bloodstains, though. Perhaps it was so cold his blood froze, or perhaps it was absorbed by his vestment. It is pretty cold. Maybe the blood really did just freeze inside his body. Dang. Could that happen? Is that a thing? Let's see. I don't know if there's anything else to look at here. Oh wait, there's another prayer flag here. It's kind of behind me. This prayer flag looks much newer than the rest. Your benevolence? What does it say here? The dearest wishes of our subjects are written upon these prayer flags. Reading the prayers of others is considered rude, but if you must know. It says, at the usual spot, bring grub, the key too. That is one of the more direct and practical prayers I have ever seen. It's not a prayer, it's just a message. I wonder if it's even a prayer. Okay, that message on the prayer flag seems a little weird, but I think I've seen everything there is to see around here. Yeah, there's no way it's that cold, right? It would be like actively freezing. Like it would be snowy up here, right? I haven't seen any snow here. You've not found or heard anything of particular worth. Are you ready to give up? Wait, isn't there snow at the peak? Maybe there is. No, I'm not calling it quits yet. Does it look like you have any hope of winning, Mr. Rite? Emma, I can't really say anything. I can't really say at this point. All I know is I have to keep investigating. What are you two sneaks up to? I would advise you to get back to work if you are done here, detective. Otherwise, I will report you to Prosecutor Sadmadi for dereliction of duty. I'm going. Well, see you later, Mr. Rite, and good luck. Thanks. Should really pay a visit to everyone and have every place connected with this case. Okay, I guess we can head back to the High Priest's house. We got some stuff here. I hate to disturb this mourning widow again, but there is an investigation going on. Hello, I'm sorry to bother you again, but... Oh, it's you. Barbed head. You are not contemplating casting suspicion upon Lady Belieb, are you? She lost her beloved husband, and now Acolyte Zealot, who is like a son to her. Of course I'm not, but since she was close to both victims, I wanted to hear what she has to say. Very well. And then there's the fact that Lady Kira didn't attack Mrs. Inme. That probably means she isn't a rebel. Is this about poor Puree? Well, I'm sorry, but I don't think I can talk about that right now. What about Maya? She's innocent. Maya? I heard she was found guilty. First my dear husband, and now Puree. Mrs. Inme, you don't really believe that Maya is the killer, do you? I don't know. But that was the verdict, so what else can I believe? What am I to do? The verdict was already reached in your husband's case. But the truth of the matter is yet to be found. How can you be so sure? Because I believe that Maya is innocent. That is all I have right now. My faith in her. So please, help me understand what happened. So you're defending her based solely on faith? Even though you'll be punished for abetting the accused? That's right. Alright then. Your faith has moved me. I will tell you what I can. Are you sure about this, Lady Belib? My lovely wife is also a devout follower of Kurainism. As such, she is not one to make light of another's faith. But if I find that you have lied about your faith and Maya Fey is innocent, I shall curse your entire family and all your disciples for the next 8 generations. Hey, leave Athena and Paul alone, buddy. Praise a lot. How did Acolyte Zealot end up living here as your husband's disciple? About 2 years ago, while my husband was at a spiritual retreat in the mountains, he came across Pure collapsed on the ground. That's when he brought him here. You were always one to help those in need, weren't you, dear? And he'd been living here ever since? About 2 years ago. That's around the same time Maya arrived in Kurain. Yes, he was born in a poor village and had nowhere to call home. My husband felt pity for the boy, so he took him in as his disciple. But not only as his disciple, he was like a member of our family too. I see. If this is where Acolyte Zealot lived, there might be something I could learn about him lying around here. Okay, I guess we're examining again. What are these things? What a magnificent altar. Of course it is magnificent. It is for the Holy Mother, after all. The Holy Mother. Is she that faceless figure there? Such insolence. How do you not know who her holiness is on sight? Do you seek to cross over into the Twilight Realm right this instant? Okay, you need to chill out a bit. He's trying to take an interest. You don't have to. Nobody knows everything from the jump. Sorry, it won't happen again. This is why lawyers are so despised. Now listen well. Depicting Her Holiness's face is the greatest taboo in all of Kurainism. There are none alive today who know what her face really looked like. And that includes the members of the royal family. Wow, now there's an unusual custom. It's gotta be one heck of a secret if even the royal family can't know what she looks like. Okay. What about this? Pictures of the queen and her husband, the justice minister of Kurain. Yes, my mother and my father. What do you think? Do they not possess an awe-inspiring air? Oh, terrifying is more the word I would use. Well, yes, they are very awe-inspiring. Oh, here's something. That envelope is still there. Barbed head, it appears you are quite fond of rummaging through the garbage. Just thought there might be some other important piece of evidence in here. Oh, is that right? Look, I'm not doing this for fun, really. Doesn't look like there's anything else of interest in there. Okay. I've already looked at a lot of this stuff before. Oh, hey, there's a picture here. A photo of the High Priest, his wife, Acolyte Zealot, and Maya. Oh, wow. Since Maya's in it, it must have been taken the day before the rite. I should ask Mrs. Inmi more about it. To think that this would be their final family photo. That no-good Maya Fey has some nerve. I mean, here she is posing with the 2 men whom she would soon kill. Yeah. I beg to differ. I see this photo as proof that she didn't kill them. That smile of hers does not fool me. I sense a deep and abiding malice behind it. Are we talking about Maya here? I'll prove Maya's smile is the real deal. The most devious thing Maya's ever done is like the step ladder debate. That's like the only thing she's ever done in her life, ever. Is that it? Do I have anything else? Oh, I gotta present it to her. That makes sense. Take that! Can I ask you about this photo? It was taken during the Feast of Blessings, the day before the rite was held. Oh dang, it's a pretty recent photo then, huh? The Feast of Blessings? Would you mind telling me a little more about it? The day before. This photo was taken during the Feast of Blessings. The Feast of Blessings? Yes, it is forbidden to eat during the days of the rite, so the day before it's performed, we enjoy dishes full of gingil, an herb known to strengthen the body and mind. You love the gingil-based dishes I make, didn't you, dear? Gingil. I heard you can go 3 days without sleeping after eating some. Yes, but many foreigners don't care for it because of its strong smell. Our customs say that these dishes can only be eaten the day before the purification rite, and only between noon and 3 p.m. That's pretty specific. Is it because the smell is too strong? A very good guess indeed. It is to ensure the smell is gone by the time Lady Kira is welcomed the next day. Dang, it really is that strong? Come to think of it, the evening before the murder, an overwhelming odor was all over town. It was like a cross between garlic and mint. After the Feast of Blessings, Puree went over to the plaza to begin his supplication. I never thought that would be the last time I would see him. What was Maya doing at the time? Shortly after Puree left, she went to the temple to prepare for the rite. I don't know what she did after that. A statement. So Acolyte Zealot went out to pray the afternoon before the rite. According to the newspaper, on the day before the rite, the plaza was so cold, the whole place had iced over. Ah, okay. So I said before that it doesn't get that cold. It doesn't seem to get that cold. I guess I might have been wrong. It definitely gets super cold here. Puree always prayed a lot, far more than anyone I have ever known. He was a devout young man whose faith was twice as strong as others. I don't know why, but that's kinda intimidating to me. I thought I'd have made some progress by now, but I haven't come across any particularly insightful information, even here. You seem disappointed. Mrs. Inme, is there anything else you could tell me? Forgive me, but if I keep thinking about those two any longer... Barbed head. Yes, I understand. Thank you for your help. I'm sorry to have troubled you. We have paid a visit to all of the people and places connected with this case. I think it is about time you prepared yourself for the inevitable, don't you? Man. Alright, what do we do now? I guess we're gonna talk to Maya again at the detention center. Why is she here and I'm not here? Didn't I also get convicted of murder? Maya sure looks tired. I'm so sorry, Maya. I failed to defend you during that trial earlier today. I'm sorry too, Nick. I never meant to get caught up in this whole mess. Even worse, I got you caught up in it too, and you were convicted under that stupid law. Nick, you should really withdraw from this case. Maybe they'll even commute your sentence if you do. I could never abandon you like that. You might not believe me, but I'm going to pull off a win somehow. It's not like I don't believe in you, it's just... Don't worry, maybe this extra day in court is a blessing from the Holy Mother. Let's use it to our advantage. We'll turn this trial inside out and upside down. You'll see. Okay. Use your words, honey. You're awfully quiet, your benevolence. It is only a matter of time until your executions are carried out. I simply thought I would allow you to a good talk before you depart from this world. Sorry, but we're not giving up yet, and we won't till the bitter end. There is no need to put on a brave face. Your fates were sealed with today's verdict. Worry not of my Fae. The Twilight Realm will cleanse the taint from that neophyte practitioner's soul. Then, perhaps, the Holy Mother may finally forgive her. Wait, was that her attempt at comforting me? Barbed head, further resistance shall come to naught. Stop your desperate struggle. Accept the judgment that has been passed upon you. She obviously doesn't know me very well. Then, perhaps, your sentence will be commuted, and... Hold it right there, your benevolence. Wait, what? Run that back. You gotta say that. You gotta elaborate on that. Why do you always have to be like that? Maya, what are you... What is the matter? I was simply showing some mercy upon your souls. Nick here is risking his life to defend me. And that is why I told you it will come to no, it won't. Nick is just doing what lawyers are supposed to. He's defending his client no matter what. Enough. There is no place for lawyers in the Hall of Justice. You wanna think about that sentence you just said? You wanna think about that? There's no place for law in the justice. For we have the divination seance. But your insights were wrong. Oh boy, that's gotta hurt. Don't you get it? Errors are bound to happen if your insights are accepted without question. So I ask you, Royal Priestess, what is your true duty? Do the victim's souls or the Holy Mother herself wish you to judge people in error? Oh, you dare bring Her Holiness's name into this? You know nothing, you phony baloney. Please, you two, enough already. Sorry, Nick. I got a little carried away. Nah, honestly, you should speak truth to power here. She's literally deciding whether people live or die. I think you should probably speak to that a little bit. You did nothing wrong. There's no place for a fork in the kitchen. Literally, that's what you just said. That's not really like me, huh? No, I should be thanking you, Maya. It's good to have you in my corner. How dare you mock me so? You will not get away with this. What are you gonna do about it, huh? I was a fool to show you compassion, and to think I could convince you to accept your fate. So struggle all you want in the Hall of Justice tomorrow. You will receive your just deserts, as the scorn of our kingdom is heaped upon you. I can see straight through that contorted smile on your face, you know. She may say these terrible things, but it's just the way she was raised, I guess. I feel like you should be a little, I feel like you should be a little more concerned about errors, yeah. Could you try to remember what happened one more time? I've been trying as hard as I can, but I can't remember anything from the middle of the rite onward. Oh, right. You suddenly felt sleepy, and everything after that's a blank. That in itself seems suspicious, doesn't it? Why did she just randomly fall asleep? Even so, I didn't kill anyone, and I'm not the one going around dressed like Lady Kira. Although it's kind of cool to think there's a mysterious female vigilante out there. Hell yeah, hashtag feminism. I love it when, God forbid women do anything, right? I support women's wrongs. Right. Were you close to Acolyte Zealot? We met several times during the meetings about the rite, but I didn't know him very well. He seemed pretty quiet. Didn't you eat together the day before the rite? Yeah, we ate this one super stinky dish, but it was actually really good. I wasn't sure I'd like it, but it was love at first bite. Like, you know the salty noodles at Audun's Noodles? It's like if you added garlic and herbs to that, and then let it simmer for a really long time. Sounds more like a hot pot than ramen to me at that point. Now I miss ramen too. So what was Acolyte Zealot like when you were eating? He seemed to be enjoying the food, but as soon as we were done, he left to go pray. What did you do? Oh, I returned to the temple to prepare for the rite. That coincides with Mrs. Inme's description of events. Lady Kira's identity. Any idea who might be pretending to be Lady Kira? When the rite started, it was just me and Abbot Inme. But the seance vision showed a third figure who looked like Lady Kira. I know. Lady Kira. I wish I could have seen her in the flesh. Yeah. Let's stay focused on the case, shall we? It was supposed to have been impossible for a third party to enter the inner sanctum. But what if she came from the sky? You know, like that bushy bearded paratrooper? That mountain would have been no match for Lady Kira's wings. That's from the Plumed Punisher TV show, right? How'd you know? I think this is a new Maya sprite. Because the real Lady Kira doesn't have wings. Oh, I've got it this time. There must be a secret room with a secret door at the inner sanctum. Did you know there are 88 secret Plumed Punisher bases here in Kurain? Can we please stop talking about the Plumed Punisher show for a sec, Maya? I guess so. Keeping it real is much harder than it looks. Well, I should get going now. Sorry I wasn't any help. Don't worry, I've got this. We'll beat the Chargers tomorrow and be on the first plane back home before you know it. Then we'll grab dinner at El Dunes, or your favorite burger joint. You pick. Sounds good. I think I'll get the extra large Hamburg steak topping on my salty bowl. Best of both worlds. Oh yeah, wasn't that like a translation thing? Like, originally she liked ramen, but they changed it to burgers. But now it seems she canonically likes both ramen and burgers. I like that. That's good. I almost forgot. What is it? I have a favor to ask. Okay, but why are we whispering? I love that. That's so good. I forgot I left something at the High Priest's house. It's super important. Would you mind getting and holding on to it for me? Sure. So what's this super important thing? In my bag, you'll find a folding book. It's only given to the priestess who performs the rite. It's called the Tomb of Secrets. That does sound important. How could you leave something like that just lying around? That explains all the whispering. If Rafa found out, all heck would break loose. All heck could break loose. This grown-ass man. Look, it's got Lady Kira's real name written in it, so... Oops, don't tell anyone I told you that. In fact, just forget I said anything at all. It's supposed to be a secret. The Tomb of Secrets contains secrets. Imagine that. What are you two whispering about? Oh, nothing. It's just she forgot something, so I told her I'd go get it. You are up to something. I just know it. She's actually right, but don't worry about it. Thanks, Nick. I'm counting on you. She's right, but don't worry about it. Yeah. Alright, we're heading back to the priest's house. Sorry to bother the grieving widow once again. Oh, she's not here. Hello? Anybody home? No answer. Mrs. Inme's probably out right now. Well, I'll just get what I came for. I am watching you like a war-bad barbed head. You had better not steal anything. I would never do something like that. I'm just here to get what Maya asked for. To get on with it. I would if you'd stop interrupting me. I think it's... Is it in her bag? Yeah, it's right here. Here's Maya's bag. What is that strange patch on her bag? It's the Steel Samurai. He's the hero of an action hero show back in my country. It's actually Maya's favorite show. She's got all sorts of merchandise related to it. I see. He looks strikingly similar to the Plumed Punisher. They are similar, but the Steel Samurai definitely came first. Steel Samurai clears. I see. How interesting. Rafa seems genuinely intrigued. Literally, fandom is what brings us all together in the end. There must be a common thread between the Plumed Punisher and Steel Samurai fans. Come to think of it, didn't Maya mention something about trading with a Plumed Punisher fan? But I digress. I'd better find what she asked me to look for and get going. Let's see here. No matter where you're from, there's always blowbo from shows. That must be that Tomb of Secrets that Maya was talking about. Okay, that seems pretty important. Can I look at it? Can I look at it? The priestess acting as Lady Kira's representative must know her name. That name is Imsan. Speaking this name is unforgivable. Whoops. Lock this knowledge deep in your heart and devote yourself to prayer. Cool. Hold on a second. The string around it is coming undone. Whoops. Phoenix, you blew it. Oh. Ah! You fool! Do not lay eye upon it! Put it away, quickly, before we go blind! Relax, my hand just slipped. This is the Tomb of Secrets. Are you trying to get us cursed? Lady Kira is liable to swoop down and gouge our eyes out. I feel like Lady Kira probably has better things to deal with right now, but anyway. Oh, right, this book is related to Lady Kira, isn't it? Your Benevolence, would you mind if I asked you some questions? This is not something I would normally speak about to an outsider such as you. Can't you make an exception? If you insist. Nana! Where did she come from? What of this folding book? Yes, I see. This very important tomb is bestowed upon the priestess in the purification rite. Well, very important. What's written inside? Yes, I see. Really? Is it alright to reveal that? Your Benevolence? Haha, she doesn't know that I've already read it. Patience. This book contains Lady Kira's true name. Her true name? Is her name really that important of a secret? To a Kurainist priestess, a person's name is one of the most important things to know. What's so important about a name? Without a name, a priestess's voice will fail to reach a person's mitama. It is much like trying to send a letter without the recipient's address. A spirit can only be identified once you know the deceased's face and name. Oh, I get it. It's like when you see someone in a crowd you recognize, but you don't know their name. It makes it impossible to get their intention. Indeed, you must know a spirit's face and true name before you can communicate with it. They are like the Covenant from Raiders of the Lost Ark. Yeah. Oh man, yeah. It is the same for Kurainism's most secret art, that one that my mother alone can use. The Queen is a secret art? It is something that a foreigner such as you could never hope to guess. Didn't they make an Indiana Jones movie recently? Was that any good? In Kurainism, spirit channeling is a secret art that can only be performed by the Queen. No one else is supposed to be able to do it. I should pretend that this is all new to me. Besides, I get the feeling she secretly really wants to tell me all about it. She wants the info dump. Let's let her do it. Could you tell me about this secret art of the Queen you spoke of? Come again? Oh, sorry. Maybe we shouldn't talk about this. It is a secret after all, right? It is the secret art of spirit channeling. But I suppose those words are meaningless to you. I'm just surprised how willing you are to tell me about it. A third-rate lawyer could not channel spirits simply by learning of the technique. Third-rate is a bit harsh. I'd even settle for second. What is it? You have the look of a tentacled hag frog upon your face. What? What? Where do you think of these things? What the heck is a tentacled hag frog? Spirit channeling. She is lacking in critical information. That's where a medium lets a spirit possess her body to return to our world, right? Well, now, I see you have done your homework. Oh, I guess I studied a bit. With the power of spirit channeling, one can bring back even the most ancient of spirits. It is quite a magnificent power, is it not? Never seen her eyes light up like this before. I imagine they're pretty shocked when they come back from ancient times. Indeed, a spirit's memory is cut off at the moment of death. So even a spirit that is brought back after centuries doesn't sense any gap in time. Between the moment of its death and the moment it is channeled? Yes, and yet it clearly recalls all of the memories it had in life. Thus, even heroes and scholars of antiquity can be channeled and directly learned from. Oh my god, we just played a different game where they did exactly this, right? We're gonna resurrect Hokusai. Our queens have also used this power to help the rulers of neighboring lands seek counsel. That is why we have never been invaded and how we maintained our unique culture. So, spirit channeling is a really effective tool for international politics. It is indeed, and that is why only those with the power to channel spirits may rule our kingdom. But of late, there has been an endless influx of illegal immigrants from neighboring lands. The fools come seeking the great power as my mother. The same great power as my mother. Illegal immigrants? Yes, it is becoming quite a problem. Some have lost their way in life and look to Kurainism for their salvation. Among them are also those of dubious nature, who have been driven from their own lands. Dubious nature, driven from their own land. Gasp and Pain definitely fit that bill. But they sure weren't treating him like an illegal alien. Are we really using this terminology? That seems a little illegal alien. I'm always so weirded out when they say alien. That always seems so strange to me. Can you channel spirits, your benevolence? I am but the royal priestess. There is still much that I must learn. As of now, the divination seance takes me to the very limit of my ability. Yeah, and you even messed that up a lot. Anyway, her spiritual power doesn't measure up to Maya's. I love that. Huh? You were just mocking me in your mind, weren't you? Don't be ridiculous. It is written all over your face, you impudent nincompoop. The divination seance was once one of the important roles fulfilled by the queen. This game came out in 2016. This is not old. This is not oldie goldie. Like, come on. That is what my mother taught me when I was little. So the queen can perform the dance of devotion. That'd be a sight to see. Someday, I will be a powerful priestess and queen, just like my mother. And the divination seance is a vital part of my training to prepare me for that day. Forgive my ignorance, your benevolence. You shall see. It will not be long before I, too, master the secret art of spirit channeling. I will be a magnificent queen who unites her people for the greater good of Kurain. Now I see. Spirit channeling is something she really aspires to. I'm going to ace that test and become the next master. After all, I can't let my clan and the other villagers down. It looks like she actually has something in common with Maya. Okay, so what happens when someone of the royal bloodline can't do spirit channeling? What then? What happens then? We didn't address that part. Considering Maya's power is literally more than hers. Are you quite through now? There are more important things to do than stand here and talk about spirit channeling. That's true. It doesn't have anything to do with this case as far as I can tell. Or does it? If the queen is a spirit medium, are you about to suggest that my mother was channeling Lady Kira? Then we get the third AA game all over again. Oh, you're right. I guess Maya is the new queen of Kurain then. I guess she saw that one coming. Lawyers are indeed a witless breed. On the day of the rite, my mother was engaged in other duties at the palace. Of course. My mother is a very busy woman, and the idea itself is preposterous. Do you truly believe the Queen of Kurain would personally battle the insurgents? This is precisely what makes you third rate. Boom. Another dead end. This is bad. Anyway, I need to continue looking for leads, so... Over there, after him. Don't let him escape. Huh? What is all that racket? What? That escaped prisoner has surfaced here in town? Escaped prisoner? Oh, it's him. You mean that guy with the bushy beard? They had to do that sprite? There's no reason to panic. The police are on his trail. He's no longer a suspect, but he might know something considering he was at the scene of the crime. He still also escaped from prison, so yeah, they're still after him. Let's go take a look. Wait. No. Ow, my aching back. I forgot how badly I'd injured it. Ow, ow, ow. I need to do some stretching and exercise more when I get back home. Ah, Mr. Rite. Hey, what's up? Puff. Huff, puff. Hey, Albie. That's horrible. Have you seen... Ow, ow, ow. Are you alright, sir? 1 second. Have you seen that escaped prisoner around here? Oh, so that's why all those police came rushing over here. I heard them saying something about an escaped prisoner disappearing in this area. He disappeared in this area? He couldn't have taken to the air again, could he? Bobbed head. I told you to wait. It's too dangerous for you around here, your benevolence. Mr. Arable could be lurking nearby. What sort of a princess would I be if all it took was an escaped prisoner to frighten me? She's fearless, I'll give her that. I can't be responsible if something happens to you. As long as I'm here, though, I might as well search the area myself. If I were an escaped prisoner, where would I hide? Maybe he's inside Albie's bag. Wait, is there dialogue here? No, that's just the generic. Hey Albie, what's this cow-like animal? It's a yak. They carry heavy loads and provide milk. They're indispensable partners in our daily lives. Interesting. Hey, they're kinda cute up close. Oh, and they are also prized for their meat. You know, the meat you enjoyed so much last night. Oh, partner must mean something else here. This is a really popular bun shop here in Kurain. Ooh, they even sell magataman. Let's see. 1 magataman, 15 damas. Wait a second. Weren't you selling them for 20 damas a piece? The extra 5 damas is a service fee. He's quite the shrewd businessman. Out of the deal, baby. Let's go. In here? Look at these vegetables. Let's see. There's gyapam, konuro, and zabas. And they're all freshly picked this morning. Never heard of any of them. Maybe I'll buy some to see what they taste like. You want some too, Albie? My treat. Really? Thank you, sir. I'll take some of this and this. Oh, and this too. Albie, that's quite a lot you've got there already, don't you think? But this is barely enough for a side dish. I hope I brought enough money. Up here? The gates to Tapu. Whoa, nice panning shot. And at the top of those stairs is my home away from home. Just looking at them is making my back ache. Nothing. Oh. I can't read the sign, but this looks like a souvenir shop. It's too bad I don't have time to do some shopping right now, but I'll have to stop by here before I go back home. I'm sure everyone's expecting something, especially Trucy. Allow me to explain. This bird is known as a warbad. It's only found here in Kurain. Warbad, guys. Guys, warbad. Is he inside the yak? That's kind of what I was thinking. He might be on top of the yak or something. The bird Lady Kira based herself on. Oh, right. That's Lady Kira's persona. One moment. Is that what they call it when it's a bird? Is it still persona? It's not scaly. Is it feathery? Are bird furries called featheries? Furries, please chime in here. I don't actually know anything about furry stuff. They usually do. There's just one thing about it that's kind of hit or miss. Its unusual cry drives children to tears. You could even make some adults collapse in fear. Feather Sona? That's not bad. Maybe they should keep such a fearsome creature in a less crowded area. God, that must be pretty bad. Okay, I don't know what else I could point at here. Yeah, that's what I think. Although I think furry is often kind of just an umbrella term for any kind of, you know, I don't know what you would call it, animal liker? Animal Sona haver? I don't know. Oh, there's an open grate there. That's probably it. That manhole cover, it's open. Oh. Whoa, what is it, Shadow? Did he sniff out someone or something in the manhole? I wonder. Could Shadow track Mr. Alabal if he has something with the rebel's scent on it? I don't know. I feel like I've got something with Mr. Arabal's scent on it. Something he might have touched. Dude, wait. Is this dog a direct reference to Toby in Great Ace Attorney? Gina's dog? Because they both are, like, very good scent dogs. That's interesting. It's a poster. Looks like some kind of Koreanese superhero. I don't know, superheroes look the same regardless of where they come from. Okay, what am I doing? What am I doing? Am I presenting? Do we have anything like that? Oh, what about this? Here, Shadow, how about this? I hope it works. Yeah! I think he's picked up a scent. God, I always forget that Albie has that big hair sticking up. You mind if I borrow Shadow for a bit? By all means. I had no idea you could do this. Yeah, go get him, boy. Your benevolence, I'm heading down to the manhole now. It could be dangerous, so please wait here. Wait. Don't worry, I won't commit any of those misdeeds you're so worried about. That is not what I fear. There may be a vicious insurgent lurking down there. Oh, are you worried about me? No, I was simply wondering why you would go to such lengths in your investigation. After all, if you would simply withdraw from this case, they might commute your sentence. Dang, that's I don't know if that would work though. That feels a little. If you just withdraw from the case, then you won't be charged under the DC Act. That seems like a bit of a get out of jail free card to me. I don't know if it would really work like that. I'm pretty sure that would come down to the Minister of Justice, and we've met him. He is not very he's not that kind of guy. I'm doing this to prove Maya innocent. But how can you be so sure of the accused's innocence? She has already been found guilty. Don't worry, maybe this extra day in court is a blessing from the Holy Mother. Let's use it to our advantage. We'll turn this trial inside out and upside down. You'll see. Okay. I believe in her. If she says she's innocent, then that means she's innocent. Lawyers must trust their clients to the bitter end. That's just what we do. You lame brain. Do what you will. In her mind, that's like the most devastating insult she can think of. Well, I'm going in. Let's go, Shadow. Be careful. Ace Turney, hey Arrow, good to see ya. Hope you're doing well. We're going down a manhole. Wait, come back here. It's pitch black down here. I can't see a thing. Wham! Ah! Flambe, yeah. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Whoa. There's a whole hideout down here. What happened? I went down into the manhole, and then... Oh, hey, it's him. He shaved his beard. I kind of like the bushy beard look. That was more. I kind of like that. Oh, you finally came to. Ah, I'd remember that face anywhere. Yep. And that dragon symbol on his armband. That's the mark of the rebels. There can be no mistake. It's him. That's Arabal. Yikes! Wait. Okay, I kind of like him. Sorry, I got a little rough with you back there. Thought you were the cops. Why are you making that face? Hey, want an apple? Whew, I thought he was going to kill me. Terrorist. No, that's horrible. I'll pass on the apple, but thanks. I don't mind a good apple, but not right now. What is this place? This is the office of my brother-in-arms, Dirk. But right now, we're using it as a rebel safe house. Oh my god, he even does the facial expressions. I kind of like him. He's kind of funny. Yeah, I like him. He's good. He's cute. I like him. Wait, back up a sec. What kind of office is this exactly? A law office. What else? Really? Dirk used to be a lawyer? Yep, just like you. Kurain's public enemy #1 is an ex-lawyer? Didn't see that coming. I mean, I kind of did, considering how they treat lawyers around here. He's great. Joel, yeah, okay, yeah. I know what kind of brother-in-laws you're talking about. But I don't suppose I'll be coming around here anymore. You won't? Are you planning to flee or something? It's just I want to get out of the rebel business. Tired of being hounded by the cops and all that. So I came by today to pick up the last of my stuff. Really? I'm gonna sell Dirk's info to the Minister of Justice, then slip out of Kurain. I'm gonna sell out my leader and then dip. Wait a sec. Why does he have such good faces? Wait a second. You're a key person of interest in this case. You can't go running off like that. Relax, will ya? I'll tell you whatever you need to know. About these two? Oh, wow. Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, there's definitely people, the people have spoken and told us what they want. And they want to see those two guys kiss. Oh, and sorry about punching your lights out back there. My bad. So, Mr. Lawyer Man, what do you want to know? Tell me about the murders of the High Priest Tarus Dinmi and his acolyte Parizalot. Sure, I'll tell you whatever I can. Don't know if it'll be much help, though. I mean, I'm not a rebel anymore, so... I wonder how true that really is. I trust him. Tell me everything you know about the High Priest's murder. Well, as you know, I don't remember much about that. I banged my head on a rock as soon as I parachuted into the inner sanctum. That's crazy. I'm surprised we even survived. Yeah, the names are kind of a lot, huh? I'm kind of just used to it at this point. If I got shocked by every time I saw a silly name, I would just be shocked constantly. So when I told you it had nothing to do with his murder, I meant it. Okay then, where were you when you came to after banging your head? By the time I came to, it was already dawn. I must have been out cold the whole time. That's not horrible. So you didn't see the crime happening at all? You got that right. Then why did you say you did when you testified? Oh, about that. Since I didn't remember a thing, I was afraid I'd seem suspicious, so I came up with that whole story. Does he even realize how much trouble his big fat lie has caused me? Sorry for the trouble. It was definitely my bad. No, stop it. Stop with these cute sprites. He doesn't seem very sorry to me. So the bottom line is you were at the scene of the crime, but weren't involved in it. Got it. Dirk the attorney. So Dirk used to be a lawyer. Yep, he was a force to be reckoned with back when he was still practicing. Maybe the most expressive Ace Attorney character. Actually, yeah. He's pretty darn up there. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Dead Man was funny because it was unusual. When you're doing it for the entire game, it gets old really quickly. But that's just cool, I agree. He was a juggernaut of the law, and as mighty as a dragon. He could strike terror into a prosecutor's heart just by glaring at him. People called it his dragon's glare. He even got criminals to confess and pass out with a well-placed glare. You gotta be kidding me. But most importantly of all, he would never surrender. He'd fight for the accused, no matter how the odds were stacked against him. Is that what you meant by the will of the dragon? Yep, that would be it. Actually, your work in court yesterday was mighty impressive too. You didn't give up no matter how hard of a beating you took. Not unlike Dirk, I might add. Oh, thanks. Even if part of that beating I took was because of you. Oh, he's funny. So, Dirk used to be a lawyer. Wait. Oh, whoops. I pressed it again. What do I do here? Do I examine something? I've already exhausted my options. Ba 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 da da da. Oh, I gotta examine something. Yeah, this queen poster up here. There's a knife driven deep into a photo of the queen. I guess the rebels really hate her. I better remember to stay on their good side. That's weird. What else do I have to inspect here? Hey, what about all this food? There are bowls of there are bowls and platters of food here. They're still warm, as if this was all recently prepared. You must have a pretty big appetite, Mr. Arbol. Guys as big and strong as me got even bigger appetites, you know? But if you just fled from the police, I don't know how you could eat this much after all that excitement. Sorry if I offended you. But first, let's start with an appetizer. Appetizer. Oh, he's so cute. I love him. Where's he getting all those apples from? Want to join me, Mr. Lawyer Man? Got plenty of sewer lizards, too. Thanks, but I already ate. Okay, we got a bunch of pictures here. Let's check that out. This looks like a photo of Dirk and his compatriots. And here's one that looks really old. Wait. Huh? Is that Apollo? This was taken about 20 years ago. Those are Dirk's What? What? Wait. So this is the rebel Dirk in the center? He doesn't look so evil. That's not Yuta and Apollo, and they're Dirk's sons? What? And both of his sons look kind of familiar. The one on the left is Yuri. Oh, but you know him as Prosecutor Sadbadi. Prosecutor Sadbadi is Dirk's son? Okay, we're not gonna address the other one. That he is! Yuri was once a rebel too. He used to really respect his old man, both as a father and as a lawyer. Then why'd he become a prosecutor? Being a lawyer in this kingdom is the same as signing your own death warrant. On account of the Defense Culpability Act, right? Yeah, that's why Yuri decided to be a prosecutor instead. He wanted to spark a revolution from the inside, so he dove right into the enemy's den. Oh, what? I would have never guessed it looking at him now. You can say that again. Dirk is battling to change Kurain's legal system. The will of the dragon spurs him on. Yeah, what? We're just gonna not talk about that? We all thought Yuri was taking up the mantle to carry on that will too. We were sure he'd help overthrow Guran one day, but as you've seen, he now uses the law to do her bidding. Dirk's been beside himself. So he no longer carries the will of the dragon in him, huh? Nayuta has lost the mandate of heaven. I wonder what happens between a father and son for it to come to this. Yeah, please let's address the other elephant in the room here. What about the other child in the photo? That's Dirk's adopted son, but he's gone back overseas. His name's Apollo. How did you not recognize the picture of Apollo as a child? He looks the same. Apollo, wait a second. That bracelet, it really is Apollo. He was a rascal, that one, and his voice could shake the entire room. I imagine he's out there raising high hell somewhere. Yes, I'm sure he's doing just fine. Considering how far he's come, Mr. Arabelle's description really doesn't do Apollo justice. Haha, Apollo justice. Apollo, I've been watching you grow over these past 2 years. That's why I know you're ready. Why I know I can leave Trucy in the office to you. I believe in you, Apollo. Thank you. I'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Yeah, I don't feel like there was nearly enough fanfare for this. I don't feel like any of the reactions are like, this is weird. He's a responsible young man now. He never lost that loud voice, though. Man, okay, that's really just, like, could I have easily missed that? Like, that feels weird. You guys got electricity? Yeah, but the power goes out occasionally. It's pretty inconvenient. You're telling me, sometimes it goes out for an entire day. What about the stuff in the refrigerator? Why don't you see for yourself? Forget I asked, I'm afraid of what I might find. Okay, what's this thing with the dragon on it? Some kind of a sign? Yep, that was his business sign back when this was Dark's office. He used to be a lawyer, right? That he was, but it was a really long time ago. This place has seen better days, that's for sure. Well, I hope he can put his sign back up someday. I wouldn't hold my breath. Is that coat yours, Mr. Ellerball? Nah, it belongs to the rebel leader, Dirk. It's pretty impressive. I like the color, too. Yeah, honestly, Apollo... they just continue to stomp on AA4. This game hates Apollo fans. Well, honestly, probably 5 hated them slightly more, but... It's pretty impressive. I like the color, too. Want to try it on? Really? You sure it's okay? Of course. Bet it would look great on you. Well then, don't mind if I do. It smells all moldy. I can't believe you fell for it. That thing's been hanging there forever. Note to self, don't trust this guy ever again. Okay, oh, there's a book here. Is this a law book? A dragon mark's been branded on the cover. That's Dirk's law book. Really? The leader of the rebels? That Dirk? That's right, and that mark of the dragon is the emblem of the rebellion. Okay, we've been talking about Dirk this whole time. Why are you acting surprised to hear about Dirk? This writing is all over the place, dude. The pages in this one section are really dirty. Must be the section on the Defense Culpability Act. Cool. Must have done a ton of research on the Defense Culpability Act. He practically wore out the entire section. What's this? Incense and white flowers. The flowers are still fresh. They must have been put here maybe today or yesterday. Did you put these here, Mr. Auerball? Something wrong with flowers? No. It's just a traditional thing here in Kurain. Pay no mind. Well, I gotta start packing. Who knows when they might catch up with me if I don't scram soon. Please wait, I still need to ask you something. Go ahead, shoot. What are you rebels trying to do? And why were you at the Inner Sanctum in the first place? Yeah, let's talk about that. Mr. Arabelle's plan. He was the key to all this. Why were you at the Inner Sanctum on the day of the murder? Or more precisely, what were you trying to do there? I was trying to escape from prison, that's all. But that high priest was a fool for getting taken in by Dirk. He should have tried hightailing it out of Kurain like I'm doing. Huh? Oh, magatama nama nama nama. Magatama mama. Ah, Cyclops. Mr. Arball is hiding something, but I won't know exactly until I can undo the locks. What exactly are you trying to hide, Mr. Arball? Magatama phenomenon. Magatama phenomenon. Magatama phenomenon. Magatama phenomenon. Huh? I'm not hiding anything. No way, no how. I'll just have to use my Magatama on him then. Bazong! Bazinga! Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. That's his plan. Yeah, this black Cyclops. I don't know if they ever do that again, but that was absolutely devious. Like, I never forgave them for that. Just lazy writing, honestly. I'm kind of mad about that because it was such a good part of the. I don't want. Yeah. I'm gonna ask you again. They never do it again. That's good. They shouldn't have done it the one time they did. Why were you at the inner sanctum on the day of the murder? Or more precisely, what were you trying to do there? Yeah, it's like, I'm sorry, but you could have represented that in a different way. When you see a Cyclops, you imply that's something you can unlock. But now you're just telling me there are certain ones that you can never unlock no matter what you do. That's just stupid. I'm sorry, that's just dumb. Silliest thing is to break those is literally have Trucy has to play cards with him. Yeah. Yeah. I was trying to escape from prison, that's all. But that high priest was a fool. He fell for Dirk's lie and sold his own country out. How can you say such things about him? He helped you escape, didn't he? Don't you even care about what happened to him? Nope, I was getting out of the rebellion anyway. He should have opened his eyes. We never stood a chance against the Garan regime. Hang on, do you really believe what you're saying? Didn't the high priest's death really hurt you on the inside? Like I just said, I couldn't care less about the whole thing. Yeah, you're right. There were definitely better ways to go about it. This wouldn't be here in the room if you didn't feel a thing. The flower? The flower? Or the flag? Oh no, it's the flower for sure. Take that! I heard these flowers are offered in memory of the dead here in Kurain. The high priest's death hit you hard, so you've been grieving here alone, haven't you? Well, hee-ho! Those flowers don't mean anything. It's just a Kuraini's way of saying goodbye. Why hide the fact that you're mourning his death? You're reading into this too much. I've told you, I'm done with the rebellion. I haven't even heard from Dirk or the rest of them for a few days. And tomorrow I'm planning to kiss this kingdom goodbye. No, I know you've been in contact with the other rebels lately. And how exactly do you plan on proving that? This piece of evidence ties you to the other rebels. That would be the flag. You probably wrote that. I found this prayer flag at the Plaza of Devotion. You wrote a message on it and left it behind for your fellow rebels, didn't you? Gulp. They brought this food for you at your request. Ha! So you're lying about leaving the rebels. You're still involved with Dirk and the rest of them, aren't you? Nerd! Are you ready to tell me the truth now? Oh, you're good, Mr. Lawyer Man, I admit it. I requested the grub. But I was just taking advantage of him, that's all. What do you mean? With my face plastered all over the place, I couldn't stay out in the open anymore. So I just took advantage of my former comrades for some grub and a place to hide. I was gonna kiss this kingdom goodbye tomorrow. I'm not buying it. You're obviously lying. I can tell just by looking at you. The white-hot flames of revolution definitely still burn on inside you. What? That's ridiculous. Those flames burned out a long time ago. This proves that the flames... Yeah, it's He still has that book around. In the name of her evidence, those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. Dirk's law book. I'm no lawyer, so what's that got to do with me? Look at the marks branded onto the cover. The mark that stands for an unwavering commitment to the revolution. It is Dirk's way of representing the will of the dragon. Yeah, so what of it? You have that same mark on the scarf tied around your left arm. But you wouldn't be wearing that if you were no longer a rebel. I forgot to take it off, that's all. No, as a wanted man, that should have been the first thing you took off. The fact that you haven't hit that mark yet proves you're still a rebel. Oh-ha! Think what you want, but you don't know nothing about me. No, you're wrong. You wear your heart and your beliefs right on your sleeve, just like me. And this is what I believe in. The attorney's badge? Oh my god, it's actually the attorney's badge. When a person's back is against a wall, they always fall back on what they believe in. Just as I always have my badge, you always have the will of the dragon with you. And would you risk your life for your beliefs? No, I wouldn't. No? No, because I wouldn't be much use to my clients dead. Now, admit it. You've never once thought about leaving the Defiant Dragons, have you? That look in your eyes, it's just like Dirk's. Looks like you've got the will of the dragon inside of you too. Damn, that was raw. Here we go. I had planned to take you out if you turned out to be on the side of the royals. But I think I can trust you. I can't believe I was that close to getting shanked here. It's like you said, I have no intention of leaving Dirk's group. In other words, you were testing me. You're a foreigner and a lawyer who's been charged with abetting a criminal to boot. And I've seen a fair share of lawyers get pardoned after weeping at the feet of the queen. Really? Well, I'm going to keep fighting till the end. Yeah, I can see that now. Sorry I ever doubted you. So what are you doing here anyway? I came to get the secret hideout key from a helper. A secret hideout? Yep, I was supposed to get my next order from Dirk there. But the town's swarming with cops thanks to that murder. Nothing I can do about that. What about the order Dirk was supposed to give you? Gonna have to abort that mission. Now I'm just lying low waiting for a chance to make contact with Dirk again. Hey, why the long face? I thought you'd be able to tell me something about the High Priest's murder. Sorry to disappoint you. Oh, I know. Let me make it up to you. With this. What's this? This orb is actually a key. It opens the door to one of our secret hideouts. Can't say any more than that. Anyway, I hope it helps. It doesn't, thank you. This orb is a key? It's a key, but I'm not going to tell you where it goes. Thank you. If Phoenix Wright got to attack, the injury would be like a paper cut. Yeah, this guy cannot be in any actual danger. That's why we're not even panicking that he was actually convicted of murder. It's fine. He'll be fine. Plus, the hideout's in a totally unexpected location. And being that it's super secret, we couldn't have just any ordinary key. I see. Cool. Ponder the orb. Maybe this will help me unravel the truth behind this case. Thanks. Maybe you can just eat it. Maybe it's like an orange candy. Don't mention it. Besides, you're a fellow brother in arms, fighting the powers that be. Yeah, exactly. He did do that. So he can't actually die. That's exactly why AA7 should open up with his funeral. If it'll help you, feel free to pick my brain a bit more. Everyone's been talking about the return of Lady Kira lately. Well, my friend Maya is suspected of being the rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira. You wouldn't happen to know who she really is, though, would you? Beats me. But whoever she is, she bushwhacked me and hauled me off to jail. Even worse, on top of attacking us and delivering us to the cops. She's been watching us like a hawk and framing us for different crimes. Watching you like a hawk? Framing you for crimes? Why would anyone go to all that trouble? Our kingdom likes to pretend that its people are free to think what they want. Because of that, the authorities can't arrest you just for sympathizing with the rebellion. So they resort to framing people for things they didn't do. Then that Lady Kira figure is Yep, she's just some lick spittle working for the Garon regime. Wow. Heh, even without the DC Act, Dirk and his insurgent scum buddies' days are numbered. What's that supposed to mean? Let's just say I got a little trick up my sleeve, so I'd watch it if I were you. Cause you got a defiant attitude, like one of them dragon dupes. So he was talking about Lady Kira then. Advanced combat skills, detailed surveillance, and clever setups. She's no amateur if you ask me. So you're saying the monarchy is using Lady Kira to secretly take out the rebels? Exactly. The Garan regime is using her to control the people, even down to what we think. Yeah. Yeah, after the funeral, they go back to the office and Phoenix is just there. He's like, hey guys, what's up? Why do the people protest if the monarchy is doing things like that? Unfortunately, we don't have any conclusive evidence. And without that, we can't prove anything. I know the feeling. If I bring this up in court, they'd probably dismiss it out of hand. I'll have to unmask Lady Kira if I want to get anywhere. Goal of the resolution. Our goal? To get rid of that evil, no-good Defense Culpability Act. You can tell just by looking at Dirk's law book. The DC Act has turned this kingdom into a corrupt cesspool, where false charges are overlooked and prosecutors are the only ones heard in court. It's been 23 years since it was first enacted. What happened 23 years ago to make them pass such a terrible law? The assassination of Queen Amara. That's where it all began. It happened before I was even born, but Queen Amara, the previous queen, was assassinated. And it was the rebel leader, Dirk, who did it. Dirk assassinated the former queen, didn't he? That's the official line, but... The official line? Those charges were completely trumped up. Dirk was framed, I'm telling ya. He was? Plus, Dirk was a lawyer. Once the people thought a lawyer had killed the queen, they turned against all lawyers. And that's how the DC Act was first passed. That's pretty silly, honestly. So that's why there aren't any lawyers left in Kurain. Even worse, it changed the significance of the divination seance. Yeah, all of a sudden we have a mean teenage girl deciding people's fate, literally if they live or die. They were holding seances in court, even before the DC Act? You bet they were. Lawyers and prosecutors used to hotly contest the insights that came out of seances. You mean like what I've been doing? Right, it's like Dirk used to say. The royal priestess's insights are just another piece of evidence. Right, I see what you mean about the significance of the divination seance changing. Yep, the insights became the only truth, and arguing against them was banned. As royal priestess, it is my duty to reveal the truth through the divination seance. This time, I will prove that the insights I glean thereof are the very truth itself. Famous last words. Prepare yourself, for this shall be your last trial, and your last rites. Tomorrow shall end with you under the headsman's axe. From what I've seen, Rafa would agree with that. This kingdom's a shadow of its former self. It's become a dictatorship where the royals use the fear of trumped-up charges to rule. And that's what Dirk's been rebelling against. Yeah, all he wanted is to live in a kingdom with a fair and impartial legal system. There's only one way to make that come true. Overthrow the current regime. So that's the truth behind the rebels. Well, PW, my friend, it's about time for me to get going. After all, I am the fangs of the Divine Dragons. He's doing the thing. Woo! Tatarabal. You're not gonna do that alley-oop thing again, are you? I was just getting to that. See you when I see you. Alley-oop. He rules. I love him so much. Why does he have to jump like that before running off? Well, I guess we're friends now. But enough about that. I've already spent way too much time here. Back at the bazaar. Phew, I finally got out of there. Mr. Wright, I'm so glad you're okay. I was so worried about you. Shadow, what happened to him anyway? He came out of the manhole about 5 minutes after you went in. Sorry he wasn't much help. Well, did you find anything of worth? Nah, don't worry about it. I tripped and fell down there. I must have been out cold for a while. I better keep things to myself for now. I figured as much. I had to find that secret hideout Mr. Arabal was talking about. I should probably start with places that have something to do with the High Priest. Damn, alright. Yeah, there you go. I guess we move? Or should we move? Inner Sanctum? Guess we're climbing up all those steps again. Barbed Head, you already searched here, did you not? Oh, I just thought I'd look around again. You know, in case I missed something. I probably shouldn't tell her I'm looking for the secret rebel hideout. We have a saying back home, leave no stone unturned. Oh, yes. You cannot stump me. I know that one. Actually, I don't have a clue. It's written all over your face. Okay, what do we've already examined all that stuff. Oh, I probably have to rotate. Oh. It's a statue of a bird. Guess I'll take a closer look at it. Hey, this eye is kind of looking a little bit empty, don't you think? Hey, this eye is missing. What are you doing? You must not touch that for no reason. Sorry. But that shape. I wonder. Oh, yeah. Take that! Oh, that's actually kind of scary. I knew it. Oh my god, it's happening. What? She must be at a loss for words. And that doesn't happen too often. Yo, let's go. What is this place? Explain yourself at once, Barbed Head. I don't think she's ready for the full story. I don't really know much myself, but it seems to be a secret rebel hideout. I'm shocked there's a secret door here. I imagine that goes double for Rafa. A rebel hideout in the inner sanctum. Somebody will pay for this. Yeah, he did. Right after saying that he wasn't planning on telling her anything. Why did he go down the manhole and then suddenly know where the rebel hideout is? I don't know. It's fine. I guess we just won't examine that. Well, for now, I think I'll have a look around. Wait, you must not enter before the police. Don't worry, I won't disturb anything. Or at least I'll try not to. Besides, with you watching over me, it should be fine, right? And, you see... Fine. Just please stop pleading your case. I can only stand so much lawyerly drivel. But I will be presenting all information gleaned from your efforts here to the police. Of course. Now, shall we? I will go no further. Oh, right, you're not supposed to come in contact with the taint of Lady Kira's battles. Very good, Barbed Head. I commend you for remembering. Oh, well, thank you. Wait, why am I thanking her? I may not be able to enter, but I will allow no misdeeds on your part. I will be watching you like a warbad from the entrance here. Told you I'm not going to do anything. I better hurry before she changes her mind. Let's get in there. Whoa. I believe this to be a sacred space that enshrines the source of the spring water. She's yelling from the entrance. That makes sense. The rebels must have converted it into a secret hideout. But what about that warbad revolving door? I wonder if that too was originally intended to hide and protect this sacred space. To think those filthy rebels were scheming their schemes in this most sacred space! It is a desecration upon Kurainism itself. The Defiant Dragons shall pay for this! Suppose it's only natural that she'd be upset, but the investigation must go on. I think I'll start by taking a picture of this place. Good thing I brought a camera to snap some souvenir shots. Stop that! You must not take photos here without permission! Rafa's really fired up. She's sticking her head in as far as it will go. Guess she won't be tainted as long as she doesn't touch anything? Now, to search every nook and cranny. Barbed head, just because it is hard for me to see your every move. Do not use that as an excuse to touch and break things. I heard you the first time. Sheesh. Alright, re-examining. So this is the water source that supplies the inner sanctum spring. It flows through the channel built into the floor before heading outside. Lady Kira uses this sacred water to wash the taint of battle from her body. It's also not red like the water in the spring. What about this one? It's like smaller. A large stone slab. It's shaped like a magatama. It looks rather unstable. I bet it'd tip over in an earthquake. What's that earthy, grass-like smell? It is the smell of the moss that covers the stone. Oh, so this shaggy green stuff is moss. It looks like some of the moss about halfway up has been disturbed. Yeah, there's handprints on it. One quick touch can't hurt, right? Whoa, the slab's starting to wobble. What is happening? What have you done to the sacred space? Nothing. All I did was nudge it a little. I knew it looked unstable. Probably best not to touch it again. Ha ha ha. Oh wait, there's rifles back here. That's normal. Weapons, and lots of them too. We are lucky we found them before they could be used. Excellent work, Barbed Head. Oh, thanks. If the rebellion ever happens, I hope it's bloodless. Probably not. Looks like an order from Dirk. What's this? Let me see that. I thought you're not supposed to touch anything in here. This is an exception. Now hand it over. Let's see here. Oh, Holy Mother. What? What does it say? It is an order intended for that rebel named Dats. It reads, after the rite, infiltrate the palace under the guise of returning Lady Kira's costume, and search for clues about that incident from 23 years ago. Dirk. 23 years ago? He must mean the assassination of Queen Amara. I wonder what the rebels are up to. It's intriguing and all, but it doesn't seem related to the case at hand. This will not do. I must warn my mother at once. No need to do that. This order will never be carried out. Lady Kira's costume is still here, and Abbott and me is no longer able to aid the rebels. I knew that. Hey, there's Plumed Punisher merch here. Look. What is it, Barbed Head? It's a Plumed Punisher clock. Why, I believe it is a limited edition promotional item given to 50 lucky viewers. Oh, she's a fan. We know she's a fan. This rare item plays the Plumed Punisher theme song every hour. Hand it over now, Barbed Head. I need to inspect it. She snatched it away from me. No matter what she says, Rafa is definitely a huge fan. What a fine item. And this switch, if I'm right. Oh my god. It's the Plumed Punisher theme song. Yes, now I see. The insurgents who use this room must be Plumed Punisher fans. That may be so, but I don't see how it's relevant to this case. That's so funny. There's a calendar here. There's a Plumed Punisher calendar here. Ah, now I understand. The villains in the Plumed Punisher are based on the insurgents. Watching the show must have roused their ire against Lady Kira. I doubt that's it. Okay. There's like a wagon here. Weapons, and lots of them too. We are lucky we found them before they could be used. Excellent work, Barbed Head. Wow, she's praising me. Oh, thanks. If the rebellion ever happened... Oh, wait, no, Did I already look at that dialogue? Huh. How dare those filthy insurgents raise their banner amid such a sacred space? Barbed Head, you must burn it at once. Didn't you tell me not to touch or damage anything? This is an exception. Very well, if you will not do it, then I will. But your benevolence, I thought you're not supposed to come in here. For once, the strange customs of this kingdom are working in my favor. There's something under the banner. A microphone. What's this doing here? Was someone trying to record something with it? That's pretty crazy. Okay, what else have we got here? There's a chain here. The statue door rotates when you pull this chain. I see. Then you must shut the door and destroy its mechanism. That will deprive the insurgents of access to this place. But wouldn't that trap me in here? Not to worry, I would come to visit you once a year. She's actually serious. Don't worry about whether you're gonna get food or not. Okay, what else? Oh. There was something there. Oh, that's blood. There's a blood stain down there. Do not tamper with any evidence before the police arrive. The police? Hey, that reminds me. Emma gave me something just for times like these. Oh, it's the luminol stuff. She was really thinking ahead, huh? Luminol testing fluid glows in reaction to even the tiniest traces of blood. So it can even detect areas where blood has been wiped out. It might help us figure out what happened in here. Okay, time for science to do its thing. First, let me put these red tinted glasses on to see the luminols glow. Wait, is that why Emma wears those glasses? Hi, Fox. Yeah, she just carries it with her. You never know, right? Then I just press A whenever you're supposed to spray some luminol. Areas where there was blood will react by the turning blue. Okay. I don't know what exactly I'm looking at here. I don't know. I don't know why that's not doing anything. There's a blood stain down there, but it doesn't do anything. Okay. What? I'm confused. What are they asking me for here? Oh, huh. You can't see it, but it's like blue down there. There's a bunch of blood. This is a huge blood stain. Something big must have happened here. Perhaps the High Priest's blood flowed in there from under the war bat statue. There was definitely a lot of blood here. They are kind of lewd, aren't they? Why are they like that? But it's impossible to say much else at this point. I'll just take a picture for now. Oh, right. Luminol reactions don't show up in the photos. I'll just have to take some notes. That should do it. I didn't notice before, but the bloodstain looks like it was smeared away in one place. Is it because the warbad revolving door passed over it? Well, I think that covers about everything here. Oh, hi, Emma. Mr. Wright, you shouldn't have come in here before the police. Sorry, but I was in a hurry. I didn't do anything I wasn't supposed to. Her benevolence can attest to that. Can she? It is your fault for being so slow. I expect the police to work faster and more efficiently. Sorry. Well, Barbed Head, have you not already seen enough? Guess it's about time I got back to the temple and go over everything I've learned. Wait, I want to examine something one more time. Is there anything else you would like me to read, Barbed Head? Oh, let's see. How about this note? Let me see that. Konuro, Zabas, Barbar, Yak, and Ru. Well, wait, this looks familiar. What is it? Some kind of Kuraina spell? No, it's a recipe for Kuraini's curry. I guess the rebels enjoy a home-cooked meal just like everyone else. Cool. Do I get an achievement for that? Yeah, there we go. Yay, I got a rare Chivo. Alright, let's get out of here then. Woo! Welcome back, Mr. Wright. How'd it go? Unfortunately, I didn't find anything conclusive. No way. I do not understand, Barbed Head. What don't you understand? Why you did not commit any misdeeds during your investigation? After all, lawyers ply their trade primarily through illicit means and methods. What? Who told you that? My mother. Are you saying she was wrong? No, that cannot be. You must have committed some sort of misdeed right under my nose. My mommy would never say something wrong. If that were so, she wasted her whole day following me around. What is it? Prosecutor Sadmadi has need of me. What's going on? I must go perform a divination seance for Pure Zulat. It is a custom for the prosecution to review its contents before a trial begins. I see. The third time will be the charm. She must have picked up that saying recently. My insights will finally bring you to your knees tomorrow. And I will teach that neophyte practitioner a lesson. Looks like the Royal Priestess is back with a vengeance. She's made a full recovery from when we started the investigation earlier today. I look forward to seeing you in court, Your Benevolence. Your overconfidence will be your downfall. You will not look so confident when I am finished with you tomorrow. Is this how you talk to everyone? Like, is this just what you do? Actually, I'm not really looking forward to seeing her tomorrow. Especially without any solid evidence. Why don't we go over everything you know so far? Alright, let's see here. Acolyte Zealot was killed during the rite with Lady Kira's dagger. And Maya's fingerprints were found on it. That doesn't sound very good. I know, it's the very definition of being up a creek without a paddle. The day before his murder, Zealot enjoyed a meal with the High Priest, his wife, and Maya. I also learned about spirit channeling here in Kurain. None of that sounds very helpful. Oh, but I did hear something interesting. That the rebel-hunting Lady Kira might be working for the Justice Minister. What? Really? Our kingdom is supposed to be ruled through faith and laws. We can't allow people to be controlled by fear and violence. Albie, that sounds like something a rebel might say. It does? But if that Lady Kira really is one of the Minister Inga's subordinates, that would exonerate Miss Maya. Unfortunately, I had no way of proving it in court. Oh, that's too bad. Oh, I almost forgot about the secret rebel hideout we found at the Inner Sanctum. There was a blood stain inside, but I don't know if or how it's connected to this case, though. Wow, a secret room at the Inner Sanctum. That would be a huge hit with tourists. This kid really is an entrepreneur at heart. What I mean is that hideout could be important to your case. Maybe, but it's still too early to tell. Looks like I'm heading into court without any useful evidence. We'll just have to pray something appears during tomorrow's trial. Princess Raifa's divination seance might be my only hope. There could be some new information in it that might help. The divination seance? But I thought it always works against the accused. Not always. Right, it's like Dirk used to say. The royal priestess's insights are just another piece of evidence. Really? I never heard anyone say that before. It's hard to figure you out sometimes, sir. Divination seances worked both ways before the Defense Culpability Act. It's only now that the people of Kurain find it strange. Mr. Wright, I just wanted to say, good luck tomorrow. Thanks. Can't afford to lose this next one. I've collected all sorts of information, but I haven't even started connecting the dots. If I could do that, I might have a shot of pulling off a win. Raifa's insights will be the deciding factor. It's a huge gamble, but it's all I've got. There you have it. To be continued. Alrighty. Alright. I guess I could keep going for a bit. We might not finish today, but I'd like to finish today if possible, but I don't think so. It's going to be a two-parter trial. Alright, well, I'll take a break and then I'll see how long I go. Alright, break time. Go ahead and get your stretch on. Grab a bevy. Do whatever you need to do. And I will see you in just a little bit. Have a good one. Hello. How we doing? Sorry that was a little bit longer. Wanted to grab me a little snack before I came back. I hope you all had a good break though. Hope you took some time to stretch and do your thing. Mine was good, thank you. I feel refreshed now. It's kind of one of my things to go and like stand outside for a little bit during my spring breaks. Like I'll just go stand outside, take in the sun for a little bit, especially since it's about to set pretty soon. Yeah. All right. Time for some trial. I'm just going to save it again, just in case. You never know, right? All right, here we go. Trial time. It's May 12th. It's today. We're playing this in real time. Almost real time. It's the morning of May 12th. That's true. It's literally getting to that point where it's kind of warm during the day, but it's very nice and cool in the evening once the sun starts to set. I'm going to start spending more time outside, I think. The skeeters, yeah, that happens. I'm actually like, I get particularly eaten by mosquitoes. I was actually told by somebody once that it's just like a biochemical thing. Like certain people's blood are just tastier than others to a mosquito. So I think I just have very delicious blood. Not sure what that means for me. Take it for what it is, I guess. Take that for what you will. I've got really sweet blood. Why are you saying that so emphatically? What are you saying? Okay. Okay. I'm blushing. Here we are in the accused lobby. Go ahead, take a seat. If you want to be accused so much. Oh, stop it. Stop. Embarrassing me. I look like Maya looks right now. I'm like a sad wet cat right now. I'm kidding. I'm fine. Maya looks exhausted, but I can't blame her. Nick, I was thinking about it all day yesterday. I never properly asked you to defend me, did I? It doesn't matter. I'm on this case till the bitter end. I know. That's why I wanted to officially ask you for your help. You got it, Maya. Let's do this. We gotta wrap this up and get back to home so you can make your dream show come true. The Steel Samurai versus the Plumed Punisher, right? You bet. You look as if you did not sleep last night, Barbed Head. It is written all over your face. Meanwhile, I slept a full 8 hours and I am extremely rested. Also, I marathoned the new episode of Plumed Punisher before I went to bed. Mommy let me stay up an extra hour. I have been very restful ever since Mother extended my bedtime by an hour. How could you expect to put up a reasonable defense like that? I'm all fired up and ready to go. I guess Maya's not the only one looking exhausted. Rafa doesn't seem in the best spirits herself. Go ahead, feign confidence now while you are still able. For I will see to it that your last rites are read to you this day. I know, right? It's so funny. She has this incredible duty on her shoulders, but I already said this before. There's definitely a desire down there to just be a regular kid, I think, to some degree. Yeah. Ready, Nick? Okay, Maya, let's head on in. Now then, if everyone is ready. The defense is ready, Your Majesty. Oh my god, there he is, looking as perfect as ever. He rolled out of bed like this. The prosecution is ready. Let us begin without further delay. Oh, no prayers this time, Prosecutor Sadmati? I already offered my prayers for the last victim during my visit to the crime scene, being that the accused has already been found guilty of the first murder. Let us hasten this trial so that we may put this dead lawyer walking out of his misery. I could not agree more. In yesterday's trial, the accused was already found guilty of murdering the high priest. And today she will be tried for the murder of his disciple, Pure Zalat. Now then, Prosecutor Sadmati, your opening statement, if you would. Certainly. The accused has now slain 2 of the most devout clergymen in Kurainism. Even the lowest level of hell, the hell of tickling, would not be punishment enough. Gulp. Then, what terrible fate awaits her? Balgipukon hell. Wait. Bagil hell, a realm of eternal agony. There she will suffer the endless punishment of Jagar by the Galoon of Pulmotin. Okay. Furthermore, Guljama. Enough! My blood runs cold at the mere thought of such terrible place exists. I was gonna ask for a translation, but on second thought, ignorance is blitz. Blitz? Bliss. Now then, please continue, minus the part about the terrible hell awaiting the accused. As you wish. The victim of this heinous crime was the high priest's disciple, Pure Zealot. He had been training under the high priest while living at the priest's home. I had met him a number of times, and he seemed like an earnest young man. How tragic that he met such a terrible end. The murder occurred at the Plaza of Devotion during the Purification Rite. It was a bold crime carried out while the plaza was full of the faithful, deep in prayer. The Warbad dagger was found impaled in the victim's upper back. The stabbing caused a spinal cord injury that killed him instantly. Ah, the Warbad dagger, Lady Kira's weapon of choice. We have already established that the accused's prints were on the weapon. Incredibly damning evidence in itself. No, I didn't do it. Hold your tongue. Now, being that the accused, Maya Fey, is a serial killer, the prosecution believes that the death penalty is the only possible sentence. Would the defense care to respond? The accused is innocent, and nothing can convince me otherwise. After all, the crime scene was packed with worshippers. How could my client possibly have committed this murder without a single witness? The accused's fingerprints on the murder weapon alone is enough to render a verdict. As such, I see no need to debate this any further. But... Well, once her benevolence conducts her seance, it will be clear for all to see. Your Majesty, might I have a word? Is there something the matter, Prosecutor Sadmati? It is about the divination seance. Oh? Oh, hey. Why are you on the witness stand? Your benevolence. Stop right there, Prosecutor Sadmati. As you wish. Forgive me for overstepping my bounds. What was that all about? Barbed head, have you made peace with your fate? Oh, she just wants to get the show on the road in this kangaroo court. That's what this is. For this time, the divination seance will bring you to your knees. I'm ready, and I accept your challenge. The only problem is I have no weapons at my disposal. Our only hope now is what we can glean from the seance vision and Rafa's insights. Very well. The divination seance, if you please, your benevolence. Yes. Let us begin. Nena.
O Holy Mother,
This is still so weird to
We
me.
hold this divination seance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
I kind of wish the game did that more often. I kind of wish they gave me a break from voicing every line sometimes. Sometimes I just can't get the right gravitas, you know? I'm not perfect. I'm just one person. I can't replace a whole cast. I know this. It's obvious. I don't know why this is a different aspect ratio. Is it like a 3DS conversion thing? It's kind of immersion breaking, not gonna lie. They couldn't have made it 1080p. I don't get it. I actually like the Guitar Serenade one though. That one's hilarious. Wait, what does it look like in this game? Can we find out what that looks like? Because it still looks pretty scuffed in the Android version I played. Wait, hang on. Looking into this. I can't find any recent videos of it. Wait. Hang on. Hold on a second, Rafa. Hang on. I found a video of it. I'm trying to find where in the video it starts. Wamps. Where? There's important research being done. I'm trying to find out what that busted thing looks like. Let me see. That's Turnabout Corner. We're looking for Turnabout. That's Turnabout Serenade, right? It can't be this hard. Do you remember when in the trial, like when in the case it does it? I can't find it at all. It's like near the beginning, right? It's okay. I think it might look the same though, based on the screenshot that I saw. I just can't find the actual video. It's not like near the end though. Wait, no, it is. Did I find it? No, I didn't find it. Oh, this is annoying. They should replay it during the trial too, but of course I can't find that either. All right. I don't know. I give up. I'm taking too long on this. All right. Find it yourself. Maybe let me know if you can. If you do that, that is. I don't get it. Why wasn't there anything to see? Your benevolence. What in the world? Ugh, I was unable to evoke any sort of response. I called out the spirit's name many times, but to no avail. Just as I thought. Wait, what does he know that we don't? I had sought to confirm the contents of today's divination seance. After all, it is customary for the prosecutor to verify it beforehand. Come to think of it, I must go perform a divination seance for Perez-a-Lot. It is our custom for the prosecution to review its contents before a trial begins. Wait, is Perez-a-Lot not his real name then? And that is why I sought to stop her benevolence from performing it here. However, she insisted that it be done. She wished to try one more time here in the Hall of Justice. It would appear her benevolence is tired from her manifold duties. I am not anything of the sort. The victim's spirit will not answer my call, but I know not why. It is my sacred duty to convey the truth through the divination seance. Rafa, what are we to do without a divination seance? I suppose I shall have to deliver the last rites without them. The prosecution has already taken that into account when preparing for today. I am fully capable of proving the accused's guilt, with or without a divination seance. Ha 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 ha. You never fail to impress, Prosecutor Sadmati. This is bad. The divination seance was my one and only hope. Your Majesty, her benevolence said she isn't tired. So shouldn't we try to find out why the divination seance failed? How curious, Mr. Rite. Why have you suddenly taken a keen interest in the divination seance? Yes, explain yourself. The divination seance is for shedding light on an accused's crimes. It is the Holy Mother's hammer of wrath that is ever poised to pound you into your grave. You should fear it, not plead for it. I believe in my client. Plus, yesterday, somebody told me something that changed my mind. The divination seance was once thought of as just another piece of evidence. If we were to correctly interpret the visions through careful analysis, then they would lead us to the truth behind what really happened. And the truth will show that my client, Maya Fey, is innocent. The truth is you don't have anything else to fall back on, huh, Nick? Gosh, you're not believing in me very much, are you, Maya? Maya, please, you're not helping. How dare you! The voice of Amitama is to be feared, not utilized by vile lawyers such as you. Seances exact a heavy toll upon the royal priestess. It would be best not to burden her any further. Or does the defense feel that it can pose no counter-arguments without the seance? No, of course not. He saw right through me. I'll have to find a way to make the divination seance happen, or we're toast. Well, since the divination seance is not possible at this time, I see no other choice. Let us proceed with the trial without the seance, as Prosecutor Sadmati suggested. Thank you, Your Majesty. Why, I will not forget this barbed head. Why are you blaming him, though? This will not be the last you see of me. Now then, I will now proceed by providing an outline of the case at hand. Very well. If the lead detective would please come to the stand, we may begin. Sorry, Mr. Wright. Detective Sky, I understand how you wish to save the accused and the defense. They are your friends, after all. But you must let them go and move on. But... There is only one way to save them now, by giving their souls the chance to burn away the taint of their sins in the infernal flames. I can't do this. No eating in the Sacred Hall of Justice. Miss Sky? Yes? Don't worry about me and Nick. You just do your job. I'm sure Nick will figure something out. Eventually. Oh, she's such... Oh my god, that's such a sad puppy sprite. Right. Thanks, Miss Faye. How very brave for a criminal with a tainted soul. Very well, Detective Sky. Please proceed. Okay, I can do this. Let me start with an overview of the case. Testimony. Second murder. The latest victim was Pere Zealot. He had been training under the High Priest and living at his house for the past 2 years. The High Priest's widow, Believe in Me, had identified the victim's body. He may have been mistaken for a rebel and killed due to his connection to the High Priest. What if he straight up just was a rebel, though? Maybe. I see. Well, that certainly makes sense. Would the defense care to respond? I didn't spot any inconsistencies in her testimony so far. And I don't have any evidence in my arsenal. What am I gonna do now? What is it, Maya? I was just wondering about how much the police actually looked into Acolyte Zealot. Because it just might prove to be the key as to why the divination seance failed. What are you getting at? Well, it's just a hunch. Wait a second. During my investigation, Rafa told me about how the divination seance works. If I could figure out why it failed, maybe she could try it again. Okay, time to press for some more information. Boom. Okay, we'll just get pressing, I guess.
Hold it!
What kind of person was Acolyte Zealot? According to the neighbors and others who knew him, he was a deeply devout youth. I, too, have heard his name mentioned as one who is a fervent practitioner. I suppose you might say he was the High Priest's starred disciple. Furthermore, he had been training under the High Priest and living at his house for the past 2 years.
Hold it!
2 years? Are you sure about that? We took statements from his neighbors and his fellow monks. They all corroborate our initial findings. What about you, Maya? Well, when I first came here, I saw Zealot praying under the High Priest's instruction. I see. So the results of the police investigation seem to check out? The High Priest's widow, Believe in Me, has identified the victim's body. Was Mrs. Inme's positive ID the only way you verified the identity of the victim? Huh? Well, no. We also checked the ID card he carried and the data in his family registry. But what? His personal information didn't match any of the public records we cross-referenced. I knew it! That wasn't his real name. Maybe that's why the divination seance failed. I'm not sure what you mean, Mr. Wright. His address was wrong. Praise the Lord is a fake name. That's gotta be it, right? The victim decided to hide his identity for some reason. In other words, he was using a fake name. The royal priestess uses a deceased face and true name to summon their spirit. Why, yes, that is indeed true. If he was using a forged ID and there was no mention of him in our public records, then he was likely an illegal immigrant. They are not uncommon here in Kurain. An illegal immigrant? Come to think of it, Rafa mentioned something about immigrants yesterday. But if that's the case, we have no way of knowing who he really is. I'll have to proceed without holding a divination seance this time. I had always thought that Acolyte Zealot was Kurainese. Oh, how the High Priest must be lamenting his disciples' deception in the Twilight Realm. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think? Should we add this to the testimony? I mean, I feel like that's probably always something that you should do, yes? This is an important fact. Please add it to the testimony. It would seem to be a fact most inconvenient for the defense. But if you insist, Detective Sky, please add what you just said to your testimony. Yes, Your Majesty. We don't know his real name. Let me see. I think we're presenting something here. Crime photo zealot. Hey, it might have something to do with the peach tattoo, wouldn't it? That was definitely something that was mentioned. Although we still don't know that it's a peach. Sorry, Detective Sky, but the police missed something important in their investigation. Huh? What are you talking about? The victim was undeniably a Koreanese native. And this crime scene photo proves it. Oh, wow. It does? It's a little hard to see, but look closely. You'll see clear proof that the victim was Koreanese. Where? I don't see anything that would prove that. This proves the victim was it's the tat. He's tatted up, that's why. Look at this tattoo right here. Why, that's a tattoo of a peach? I would like you all to think about the meaning of this tattoo. Oh, the victim really liked peaches? Oh man, that's one of the worst places to get one, right? There's like no fat back there. It's just muscle and cartilage. Well, peaches are a favorite delicacy here in Kurain. They happen to be a personal favorite of mine. The sweetness of their abundant nectars and the softness of their perfectly ripe flesh. They are a blessing from the Holy Mother herself. Yeah, peaches are good, man. Nick, I've suddenly got a craving for peaches. After the trial, Maya. Right now we have bigger fish to fry. Unfortunately, that is not a tattoo of a peach. It is not a peach, you say? Then what is it? Take a closer look. Haven't you seen something like that before? Oh. Namely, the tattoo on the High Priest's brow. Oh my. What? This mark is only borne by members of the Kurainist clergy. So that is what you believe it to be. But are they not utterly different shapes? Sure, they're shaped differently, but there's a reason for that. The victim had the peach-shaped tattoo inked over an existing tattoo for some reason. However, the dark red portion is exactly the same as the mark all Kurainist clergy bear. Hey, you're right. Until about 20 some odd years ago, everyone did get one, didn't they? I myself bear one on my right buttock. That is entirely too much information, Your Majesty. Information on everyone who enters the clergy is maintained at the temple. All we had to do is look up a monk with a mark in the same spot. I'm on it. I'll let you know if I get any hits. That will not be necessary. If you seek information on the clergy, I have it all right here. Oh my, you never cease to amaze. So tell us, is there anyone who fits the bill? There is just one, and his name is Real Name? I'm done. Goodbye. I'm done. I'm just kidding. You can't do that. They can't keep getting away with it. Ah! He became a monk 20 years ago. They can't keep getting away with it. Then that must be the victim's real name. But why would he have tried to cover up his tattoo with another one? Yeah, there must have been some reason. Nick, that's not important right now. The important thing is we know his real name. You're right. Your Majesty, now that we know the victim's real name, the divination seance might finally work. A lawyer who willingly seeks a seance. That is entirely unprecedented. You are but digging your own grave, Defense. We won't know that until we try. Sure, it's risky, but it's our only hope. Very well. Let the divination seance be held once more. Why would a lawyer work so hard to see the divination seance be held once more? You are a fool, Barbed Head. Your foolishness shall yield no gratitude from me. For with the truth revealed by my insights, I shall gladly seek your demise. Bring it on, princess. Because I will correctly interpret each and every one of your insights. You will regret ever thinking you could use my sacred insights as evidence.
O Holy Mother,
Again?
we hold this divination seance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
Are we gonna do the whole video again? We are. It's Rafa's word. We'll just eliminate it. That's true, right? Like, you know, I mean, it really seems strongly suggested that Maya was probably framed, that she was inconvenient in some way. Yes, go girl. Give us exactly the same thing as you always do. Slay. her belt is clipping through her dress. You can't even stop clipping in a pre-rendered video. It ain't easy being stylish. Yeah, it does. Gingill, Plume Punisher theme, heavy. Aw, pain. Oh my, it is just as Mr. Rice surmised. Praise-a-lot wasn't the victim's true name. And now at last we have seen the victim's final moments. But all we could see was the ground. You seem terribly disappointed. I take it you did not find any fodder for one of your infamous turnabouts. Oh my god, he said the thing! Ugh. I, on the other hand, have discovered something. Conclusive evidence that establishes the accused's guilt. You did? Ha 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 ha. A most surprising surprise attack. So, tell us, Prosecutor Sadmati, what is this conclusive evidence you have found? The Plumed Punisher theme song that the deceased heard. Oh, you're a fan too, huh? Please consider this item here. It was confiscated from the accused during her interrogation. Hey, that's my Plumed Punisher strap. When you press the Magatama on the Plumed Punisher's belt, you didn't find fodder for one of your infamous turnabout trials, you so-called ace attorney. That is the true spirit of justice, dual destinies. And you know what? Clavier Gavin while I'm at it. It seems the accused inadvertently pressed the button in the midst of her crime. This strap is an extremely rare item, is it not, Miss Faye? You better not break it. There's only one of those in the whole wide world. Maya, no! Wait, what? Wait, what? It is just as I said. Your flights of fancy have come crashing down on you. She sure seems to be enjoying this. Yeah, I've never seen her look so thrilled before either. Didn't she get it from someone else? Oh, wait, I think so. It is time to accept the fact that the divination seance is far more than mere evidence. It is the very truth that brings the hammer of justice down upon the accused. That is as conclusive as evidence can get. Now then, if there are no further objections. Objection! Slow down there, your majesty. At least let me make a counter-argument. What's this? Do you take issue with the divination seance? Oh, I have issues with it. I just don't know what they are yet. But that's never stopped me before. The divination seance is not the absolute truth. It only becomes the truth after it's been interpreted correctly. You do not know when you are beaten, do you, you foolish lawyer? I am the only one who speaks for the mitama of the deceased. If you believe there to be errors in my insights, then let us see you prove it. Wait, didn't we establish that Maya's spirit channeling power is like way more than Raifa's? Is Maya just sitting over there being like, I don't know that for sure. I don't know if that's quite correct. I have some notes, your benevolence. She is lacking critical information. The victim was offering up his prayers. Yeah, I guess it ruffles some feathers here in Kurain, because, like, technically only people who have that sense are supposed to be doing the seances, and, like, they got, like, this royal fan. You know, it's typical monarchist stuff. You don't really want to ruffle the wrong feathers in a place like this. The victim was offering up his prayers. It was the night of the rite. Though it's dark, the pattern on the plaza's ground was visible. Then someone was there, and the theme to the plumed Punisher filled the air. The accused held the defenseless victim down and plunged her knife into his neck. The blade struck true, and in that instant, he departed from this world. That is everything the deceased experienced in his final moments. Her benevolence's insights have painted a detailed picture, both vivid and true. I didn't notice any holes there. As they stand now, those insights are really stacked against us. I'll just have to go after each and every one of the deceased sensations very carefully. The victim was offering up his prayers. It was the night... Oh, wait. Gingle. That's sus. Isn't gingle the kind of what you eat when before the rite, and only at a specific time between like 12 and 3 p.m. That's sus. That is sussy wussy. That is sussy. Objection! Was it really the night of the rite? What do you mean? It could not be otherwise. The accused slew Acolyte Zealot after killing the High Priest during the purification rite. The only problem is the deceased spirit does not corroborate that. What's this? Take a good look at what the victim smelled. Do you see how it says Gingil? Acolyte Zealot shouldn't have smelled any Gingle on the night of the rite. What do you mean? Let me back up my statement with some evidence for you. This should explain how the victims couldn't have smelled Gingo on the night of the rite. Where would I find that? Must be fair. Okay, it's gotta be this, right? The High Priest's wife, Believe in Me, told me about the Feast of Blessings. The feast includes a number of Gingil-based dishes, and they're only supposed to be served at a certain time, the day before the rite. Why, I believe you're right. I had completely forgotten about that. During the feast, the unique smell of Gingil pervades the entire kingdom. The fact that the victim smelled it means he was murdered between noon and 3 p.m. the day before the purification rite. Oh dang. He's like on fire now that he's actually seen the seance. I am not so easily fooled. Did that autopsy report not make it clear? The estimated time of death was during the rite. Oh, right, I taught her about that yesterday. I shouldn't have said anything. Should have kept that in the draft, homie. Forgive me, your benevolence, but the estimated time of death is just that, an estimate. Depending on the circumstances, it's possible for it to change. What's this? Like, if a body was kept cold, the slow rate of decay makes the death seem more recent. Why, I believe I have heard something of the sort before. If it is as Mr. Wright claims, the estimated time of death in the autopsy report will have to be revised. Wait, are you saying that the autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor? Barbed head, you blinded me with science. Yeah, it's actually gonna work for us. It's not just Edgeworth trying to prolong things, trying to weasel his way into a win. Sorry. Wait, what am I apologizing for? No matter. The murder may have occurred in the afternoon hours the day before the rite. Nevertheless, the murder weapon with the accused's print on it is incontrovertible evidence. I will now amend my insight to account for this new truth. The victim was offering up his prayers. It was the afternoon of the day before the rite. Though it's dark, the pattern on the plaza's ground was visible. Okay, cool. The time of death has been corrected, leaving my insight infallible. Nick, a change in the time of death is bound to cause some sort of an inconsistency. If I had something that showed what it was like on that day, it could really help. Oh, wait. I just realized. You see what his hands are pressed up against? Remember back then? Okay, hang on. I'm gonna pull this up right now. It's literally that. It's literally that right there. Those are the handprints. He was leaned up against this thing. Yeah, that's it, right?
Objection!
The change in the date and time of the crime has caused a new inconsistency to surface. What's this? You are making that irritating face again. Cease that at once. Sorry, but this is the face I was born with. Now, let's focus on what is important. What the victim saw in his final moments. Do you have bats in the belfry, Barbed Head? There's nothing to see. The ground at the plaza was all that entered the victim's eyes. And that's what I find so strange. On the day before the rite, it should have been impossible to see that pattern on the ground. Impossible, you say? Do explain. This piece of evidence shows why the plaza's ground was not visible that day. I guess it would just be the crime photo, right? Oh, the rebel hideout photo.
Take that!
Oh, I might have messed up, actually. Hang on. Sorry. I'm stupid. Oh yeah, definitely. That sprite update made him so much more of a knife cat. It's a newspaper. Yeah, it was thick with ice.
Take that!
That's why we couldn't see the floor. This newspaper has an article that is tiny in size, but huge in importance. It says that the ground was covered with thick white ice the day before the rite. What? But the victim did not see so much as an ice cube on the ground. Exactly. And so we must ask, what was the victim looking at in his final moments? If you have something to say, then say it. The last thing the victim saw was not the ground at the Plaza of Devotion. This can only mean that he was killed elsewhere. What? 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 Then where do you propose the victim was actually killed? Yes, tell us. Otherwise, your arguments are worthless. What? What's up? Oh, I hadn't gotten to that part yet. Any ideas, Maya? Let me think. Well, it's somewhere green and shaggy, right? Yeah, okay, they're leading you into it now, basically. Right, but where could that be? What is it, Barbed Head? Giving up already? Not at all. Now, where have I seen something green and shaggy? This shows where the victim was killed. Okay, now we present that.
Take that!
I was on the right track. The secret hideout that the rebels were using. The rebel hideout? There was no such place anywhere on the floor of that chamber. You're absolutely right. There's no place. On the floor, anyway. Then what did the victim see in his final moments, if not the floor of the rebel hideout? This is what the victim saw in his final moments. That'll be right about here. The shaggy green surface the victim saw was one of the moss-covered stone slabs. As you can see, there are two distinct hand-shaped impressions in the moss here. I believe the victim was killed while he stood there with his hands pressed against the slab.
Objection.
That does agree with the seance vision. However, one cannot definitively declare they are the one and the same. I concur. There is no proof that a murder occurred in the rebel hideout. Indeed, what evidence do you have of this? I've already shown you the evidence. What do you mean? Please take a look at this second version of the photo I just showed you. You can see the results of the luminol test I performed in the rebel hideout. This is proof positive that someone had been bleeding in front of that stone slab. Yeah, that was a pretty lame objection. He's used to never having any objections, though, I guess. This information has already been provided to the police. Detective Sky, to whom does this blood belong? We thought it was the High Priest's blood that had flowed in from outside, so we haven't tested it yet. Then you must do so at once. Yes, Your Majesty. Alright, what do you got? It appears the police have finished testing the blood. Detective Sky, your report, please. The blood found in the rebel hideout belongs to Perez a lot, just like the defense claims. Detective Sky, do you realize what your blunder has done to me? When this trial concludes, I want to see you in my prayer chamber. That's weird. There, I will deliver a joyous sermon onto you for 8 hours straight. I'm really sorry, but please anything but that. Nick, maybe, just maybe, this is the chance we've been waiting for. Yep, it would seem so. I hate to do this to Emma, but... Go for it, it's full speed ahead. The victim was killed in the rebel hideout the day before the purification rite. Then, his body was moved to the Plaza of Devotion by someone we've yet to identify. So when we thought we saw Acolyte Zealot praying during the rite, he was already dead. Yeah, my question would be like, are you paying her for the 8 hours of instruction? And that's not all. If he was killed at the inner sanctum, that would explain one more thing. And that would be how the time of death was made to look later than it actually was, the proof of which was left behind at the sanctum. This points to how the time of death was made to appear later than it actually was. Is it really this
Take
one?
that!
Why, these are photos of the inner sanctum. I'd like you to focus on this one. The proof right here is in this photo. This is how the time of death was made to appear later than it really was. Do you see how the snow has been removed from this one spot only? That's because it was used to keep the victim's body cold. And that's why the time of death wasn't what it seemed. The time was mistaken? And the place too? And just what do you believe that proves? That my client is innocent. What of her fingerprints on the dagger and the plumed Punisher theme the victim heard? Okay, please catch up. We've moved past that now. You have failed to address these two key pieces of evidence. I see your point. Wasn't this your big chance, Nick? I'm really hoping the difference in location can invalidate either the weapon or the theme song from being used as evidence against you. Actually, that might be possible, at least for one of them. Really? What's this? You say you can contradict our argument for a key piece of evidence. Very well, let us see you try. Yeah, literally, dude. Nick, take a good look at the rebel hideout photo. Oh. The defense can invalidate this piece of evidence. I think it's that. The plumed Punisher theme, and how do you intend to support such a claim? Since the murder happened in the rebel hideout, there's something there that played the theme song, other than my client's strap. It wasn't the strap? Is that true? The item that played the plumed Punisher theme was this. Oh, it was the clock. I see now. This is a plumed Punisher alarm clock. I believe the victim heard its alarm go off. What proof do you have that the alarm went off? You literally saw it, Rafa. What are you doing? You literally recognized it and touched it. Your fingerprints would be on it. Come on now. What proof do you have that it was my client's strap that played the song? Do not twist the facts with your lawyerly wiles. Either way, the accused would still be guilty based off of her prints on the murder weapon. And here is what really happened. The victim stood with his hands on the stove slab in the hideout. It was the afternoon the day before the rite. Though there have been some twists and turns, that is the truth of what happened. I won't get anywhere until I can eliminate the dagger. Most impressive, Your Benevolence. I see no inconsistencies anywhere in the prosecution's case. No, there is one. What's this? You still claim to be the inconsistency? Try as you might, the outcome will always be the same. Let's go. Alright, wait. We still don't really have proof that the person was stabbed in the neck, right? Wait, no, I might be stupid. Hang on. Wait, what is heavy? What does heavy mean? That might be it. Oh, sorry, sneezed there for a sec. One moment. I'm gonna go get some water. One sec. Hey. Okay, so yeah, this heavy sensation is definitely sussy. I think we want to look at that. Touch. This one. The victim was originally thought to have been stabbed while bent over in prayer, but he was actually standing with his hands against the stone slab. So the question is, where did the sensation of something heavy come from? Yes, I see your point. Since the victim was standing, he couldn't have been held down. Beep! Then tell us, Mr. Wright, what was that heavy sensation felt by the victim? What caused the heavy sensation Zealot felt? Any thoughts, Maya? I agree, that sense of heaviness seems important, but there's also the matter of Zealot's hands on the stone slab. Why were they even there? Could it be related to the case of the cause of the heavy sensation? Well, Mr. Wright, do you have an answer for us? Of course. But just envision the state Zealot was in when he was killed. The cause of the heaviness the victim felt was the falling stone slab. It's gotta be that, right? Damn. Oh, was he catching it because it was about to fall on him? Damn. The only conceivable cause is the stone slab falling over, trapping the victim underneath. What? Oh, the stone slab came falling down on him. It did wobble when we touched it, right? Right, that was the cause of the heavy sensation. That was the cause of the heavy sensation the victim felt. While your theory is impressive, you have overlooked a key fact. The victim was not crushed to death. Rather, he was stabbed. Oh, yeah. Or do you claim that the dagger was plunged in after the slab had fallen on him? Plus, had the killer been behind the victim, they would have been both crushed together. Well, would you care to explain? Sure, I'd love to. That doesn't mean I can. How could the dagger have been plunged in after the slab fell on the victim? The killer couldn't have plunged the dagger into the victim after the slab fell on him. But what if the murder weapon wasn't what we thought it was? Well, there were other weapons in the rebel hideout. But the entrance to the hideout is right by the stone slab. There isn't enough space between the two to use any of the weapons found within. Yeah, there's not much space by the entrance, is there? So, what was the real murder weapon then? I better think of something. If the murder weapon wasn't the dagger, then the dagger must have been plunged into the victim after he was already dead. That means he was stabbed at least twice, but the autopsy doesn't mention that. The autopsy report is outdated, Your Majesty. Then he must have been stabbed in the same spot with something like something shaped like the dagger. Would the defense care to offer an explanation sometime this century? That's pretty funny, honestly. Wait, wasn't there something dagger-like near the scene of the crime? Something that had a shape similar to the Warbat dagger? I still can't believe they called it Warbat. Present your evidence at this time, Mr. Wright. This shows what really killed the victim. Oh. Wait, it's weird how there's like a lot of blood on that statue in the background. You see that? It's like got an unusual amount of blood on it. And it's got all those sharp pointy bits, right? You could probably easily stab someone on that.
Take that!
Is this not the photo from the scene of the High Priest's murder? Are you suggesting that the murder weapon is hidden herein? Yeah. This is what really took Praise-Lot's life. Yeah, it's this thing.
Take that!
But that is the... Oh, yeah, it wouldn't even be hard. The Warbat statue. Exactly. The Warbat statue has dagger-like feathers protruding from it. That is what really took the victim's life.
Objection!
You imbecilic fool! The statue is outside the hideout. How do you propose to impale someone who is inside? Haven't you heard? The Warbat statue also functions as the hideout's door. What do you mean? Haha, he doesn't know. He's lacking critical information. The statue can pull a complete switcheroo. Switcheroo? You're a grown-ass man. A switcheroo? To put it simply, it's a revolving door. A revolving door? Why, that makes perfect sense. Therefore, I believe the truth behind the divination seance to be this. As the victim entered the secret hideout, the stone sculpture came toppling toward him. He threw up his hands to stop it, but its weight forced him backwards. Unfortunately, the Warbat statue was right behind him. Ah, God, that's still such a brutal way to go, though. This cannot be.
That's enough!
But the accused's fingerprints were found on the dagger. Yeah, gosh. She had held it while rehearsing for the rite, which is why her prints got on it. Gah. This is a shocking turn of events, but there is a great deal of circumstantial evidence in the defense's favor. I believe we must accept that the Warbat statue was what killed the victim. Dang, so was it actually not a murder? Was it just a tragic accident? Now that we know how Acolyte Zealot really met his demise, there's no basis for claiming my client committed this crime. Nice work, Nick. How could this be happening yet again? The divination seance because Warbat. Yeah. When you've Warbat, you've Warbat. It's like the verb or whatever. Warbad, Warbad. No, your benevolence. It's not the truth itself, but it is a means for shedding light on the truth. Oh, okay, I thought you said war meant like war bad. War bad, yeah, that's also true. By the way, guys, war is bad, just so you know. Do you understand now? Your kingdom needs lawyers so that they can interpret your insights. But that means I have been misinterpreting the voices of the spirits all this time? Your benevolence, are you unwell? All the color has drained from your face. Oh, she's so sad, white cat. I will be fine. Continue your proceedings without me. As you wish. Oh, she's so sad. I kind of feel bad for her. Now then, I would have the defense continue. Please explain what you have learned now that we know the victim actually died. Acolyte Zealot was killed in the hideout before the High Priest's murder. This means the body found at the Plaza of Devotion was moved there by the real killer. But only after the Warbat dagger was thrust into him, to make it look like the murder weapon. That does seem to agree with what we now know. But why would the real killer go to such lengths? I believe stabbing Acolyte Zealot's body with the dagger and moving it to the plaza was... for funsies? To make it look like a serial murder? Probably that, right? Maya was framed! It was an attempt to make my client look like a serial killer. That's right, the real killer planned all of this. This forged serial murder case. That's it, Nick. Keep hammering away. Your reasoning has more holes in it than that cheese you forwarders so enjoy. Did he really say that? I know you love that cheese, white boy. What? Like those putrid, hole-riddled clumps of curds that only a rat like you could love. Damn, you just offended Quebecois. Your reasoning, much like your putrid, hole-riddled brain, has putrefied. What's this thing with deal with things going putrid? You have yet to overturn my argument that the accused is the killer. A careful analysis of the chain of events up to the killing exposes the truth as follows. Disguised as Lady Kira, the accused found the rebel hideout the day before the rite, but Acolyte Zealot had followed her there after noticing her suspicious behavior. Caught by surprise, she pushed the stone slab toward him, and we know the rest. I've never been to the rebel hideout in my life. When the high priest arrived at the sanctum the next day, he realized what she had done. That is when the accused murdered him in order to silence him. I believe Prosecutor Sadmati has posed a compelling scenario. The defense, on the other hand, has yet to disprove the accused's guilt. Why would my client move Acolyte Zealot's body to where everyone could see it? And why would she stab the dagger with her fingerprints into his dead body? She had no reason to do any of those things. The dagger in his corpse was likely a warning to the rebels. Something along the lines of, Lady Kira will slay the defiant dragons. So that is why she moved the body to the plaza for all to see. Now he has the judge convinced too. I thought I'd finally made some headway. Well, Mr. Wright, about time for one of your groans of distress, is it not? Groan of distress? It kills me to admit this, but I've got nothing to counter his argument with. And I still haven't disproven the allegations against Maya. Is it not time to end your futile struggle? You were already judged guilty yesterday. That makes you a dead lawyer walking. Accept the death that now awaits you, and in doing so, finally know peace. A dead lawyer walking indeed. Then again, are not all lawyers who practice in Kurain? But I must admit, I misspoke earlier. Allow me to amend my statement. I had said the defense's reasoning had a putrid, cheese-like smell. But I now realize the stench was from his own putrid body on the verge of death. Damn, he thought he ate with that, didn't he? Now I'm a rotting zombie. Think, who could have killed Zealot the day before the rite? Who knew about the rebel hideout and could gain access to the inner sanctum? Only those involved with the rite can enter the sanctum, so... Wait a second. Only a rebel would have known about the secret hideout. And the only person who was involved with the rite had access to the sanctum, and was suspected of being a rebel is... Ah! Did somebody come to mind? Yes, except there's one huge problem. A huge problem? What are you two going on about? Plotting your escape from this sacred hall? I would not put it past you, considering you have no means to raise further objection. If I don't do something, Prosecutor Sadmati will have this one in the bag. I'll just have to bluff my way out of this, regardless of that huge problem. Your Majesty, I believe there is another suspect in Perez-Zalot's murder. I feel like this is a classic. We have no longer proof that the defendant did it. We have no proof anyone else did it, so execute the defendant anyway. Yeah, that definitely seems like that's what they would do in normal circumstances, right? Even the most benevolent Holy Mother would not forgive such a desperate lie. After all, you know very well that such a person does not exist. No, there is one person who knows everything. Who knew everything. Does such a figure truly exist? Tell us, who might that be? I believe the prime suspect in Acolyte Zealot's murder is I'll be your guide. No. Well, unfortunately, it doesn't look great because the only other person we know of that was there is him. It had to be someone allowed to enter the sanctum, and who knew of the hideout. And that would be the High Priest. He could have committed the crime if it occurred the day before the rite. You would pin a crime upon the dead, knowing very well they tell no tales. Have you no shame? Dead men tell no tales. That is definitely a problem. If only the High Priest could tell his side of the story. What? Do I have something on my face? Wait a second. Could this actually work? Oh no, don't tell me I have some of my breakfast caught between my teeth. No, if there's even the slightest possibility, I'll have to go with it. Your Majesty, dead men do tell tales. Therefore, I would like to request the High Priest's testimony. His testimony? And just how do you propose we get the deceased to testify? There's a way for the dead to testify. It's known as channeling. Summon here by means of spirit channeling. Oh man, you're gonna ruffle some feathers with that one, buddy. Spirit channeling? This is sacrilege. May the Holy Mother strike him down. Peace. I am frankly astonished you even know of such a thing. But spirit channeling is a secret art that only Her Eminence Queen Garan can perform. And Her Eminence is far too busy with other duties to perform it at our pleasure. I suspected as much. That means our only hope is... It's okay, Nick. You can tell them. But Maya... I thought you wanted to keep it a secret here in Kurain. Don't worry. It's not like it's against the law or violates some religious precepts, so... I don't think we'll be punished. At least I hope not. But this is a crucial period for you. It'll decide whether you become master of Kurain. We don't have any other choice now, do we? If I'm found guilty, it'll be a lot worse than not becoming master of Kurain. Alright, thanks Maya. Actually, there is someone here who is capable of channeling spirits. But even Her Benevolence Princess Rafa finds the divination seance to be a challenge. Who could possibly have greater spiritual power than she, aside from the queen? That's so cute. That would be me. Is this some sort of a joke? A foreigner could not possibly have such power. Even the royal priestess isn't capable of such a feat. Peace, peace, I say. Is this true? Is this the accused capable of performing the secret art of spirit channeling? Well, yes, I can. Now, Your Majesty, we'd like your permission to begin. Oh, she's gonna be so mad. Oh, she's so gonna be mad. Your Benevolence. This is an outrage, I say. First you make a mockery of the divination seance, and now spirit channeling. Her Benevolence speaks the truth. Spirit channeling is a sacred rite. Foreign devils, I say they should be put to death immediately. These guys cannot wait to just kill people. Still your voices. Barbed head, spirit channeling is a most sacred and secret of arts. Are you prepared to face the consequences of what you propose? Yes, I am. Your Benevolence, are you saying you approve of their use of spirit channeling? I will judge whether their claim is true. If this is but another one of their lies, they shall be executed on the spot. Very well then. Your Benevolence, what if the accused accidentally calls forth an evil spirit? Do you truly believe this foreigner is capable of channeling spirits? Oh, no, but I wanted to be sure, as I am responsible for the safety of all present. Well, an inexperienced practitioner could inadvertently call forth a dangerous spirit. But do not fear, for I have a Magatama of parting. With it, I can send spirits back to the Twilight Realm by halting the flow of spiritual power. Dang, that's convenient. You have a shiny Magatama. That is a relief indeed. These foreigners have thrown down the gauntlet. Let us not shirk from their challenge. We must prove them guilty and deliver their last rites. Do I make myself clear, Prosecutor Sadmadi? perfectly your benevolence. Very well, the accused may channel the High Priest spirit. But first, we must take a short recess to prepare. We will resume as soon as the preparations are complete. Until then, this court is adjourned. Phew! To be continued. And this one is actually going to be truthful, because I am going to end it there. I'm sleepy and my voice hurts. I want to rest it now. Oh, I bet there's going to be dialogue, because that's like its own thing. Alrighty. Yeah, that was cool. Next time we're finally going to be done with this case, and then... I mean, I bet there's going to be dialogue in the recess portion. There might even be scenes, and I know this might be crazy, but there might even be characters. But hey, next time we get to do this is the Clown Girl case. Next time we're going to be able to start this case. This is going to be so cool, right? It's going to be Clown Girl and Simon time. Alright. There are clown girls in your area, rapidly approaching your location. Clown girls in your area. All right. Well, that was the end of my schedule for today, but I will post one tomorrow. I'm actually going to start a new game. I think I'm going to play Halo. I'm going to start Halo 1. I'm going to play through Halo maybe. I don't know. I've just been itching to play it. And I've actually never played anything past Halo Reach. I've only played really up to Halo Reach campaign wise. But I'm gonna restart from the beginning on the Master Chief Collection. You're gonna meet Chief. You're gonna meet John Halo himself. You're gonna meet John Space Marine. His mission, Space Marine. It's gonna be so fun. I'm actually looking forward to it. A little bit of action for you, although it is a shooter. And I know we're playing Metroid Prime, but that's not quite the same kind of shooter. I want to play Halo. It's my turn on the Xbox. Alrighty. Well, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed tonight. I do have an LP episode. Yeah, say hello to Halo. I have a couple of new LP episodes actually. But today I posted the Tears of the Kingdom episode. Today was actually the first anniversary of that game. So yeah, there's the video. Please consider juicing that up. Give me some views, give it a like. Hit that sub button if you haven't. It would very much help me. Alright. I'm gonna go rest now. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. It's been a great time. I will see you I'll probably be back on Wednesday again. I'll probably be back on stream on Wednesday. That tends to be the day I come back most of the time. And I'll probably put up like one LP video before then. We shall see how it goes. Alright, thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Hope the scaries haven't been too bad. And I hope the coming week treats you very well. Goodbye. Thank you. Good night.